All righty. We are back again covering day 3 of the NFL draft, the Dynasty DNA crew. And today I got my big buddy Big E with me.
What's going on, T?
Not much. How you doing today, Biggs?
Pretty good.
You can find him on a variety of podcasts here at the Dynasty DNA Fantasy Football Podcasting Network. He's got the double coverage DFS show in the season, doing all things
Sterling,
all things football with you and Sterling. You guys kill it over there, Sterling and you. You do great with that. And two, you are doing the baseball podcast with Shrek.
The lead runner. That's I like, dude. Baseball's. Football everybody dives into more, and even I do sometimes. But baseball's like the one true love sport for me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm a Pirate fan, but
well, we all are. We're all cursed with that, unfortunately. And they started out the season so good.
They did. I don't know what they're doing. They have a lot of people coming up, like a lot of potential pitchers and stuff. So maybe, I know we're here to watch the draft, but maybe someday before I die, I'll get to see them.
I'm hoping at least before we both die, maybe we can see a World Series.
Yep.
It'll be great. But Carolina's on the clock.
Yep.
While we're waiting for them, let me ask you this first. Who do you think they take? I mean, we know they took Xavier Legette, Jonathan Brooks. They've had a lot of fancy relevant picks here. Do they go more weapon or more line here? What do you think?
Dude, they got to get some line. Bryce Young was running for his life last year. Now, one thing with him, I don't even think it was a line thing. He has, I just didn't like his pocket awareness. He's holding on to the ball too long. But I think they should get some line something here. I mean, they could go another receiver, to be honest. I don't know. I was pretty surprised they took Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah, me too.
That was a little bit unexpected to me. They have 2 decent running backs.
And they have so many needs, like you said, especially up front. And but Andy said, Dave Canals is the guy that loves to run the ball. So I guess maybe this is his guy. And one thing about Jonathan Brooks, we know he probably won't be super. They keep saying he's going to be ready for training camp, but we hear that all the time.
I think you might see him by the second half of the year. He might be the bell cow for them.
Absolutely, he could be.
I don't know. I guess that is true. Dave Canals coming in. He wants to get his people in there, they're going to be hamstrung with that Miles Sanders contract for a little bit.
That's what I said. The front office in Carolina, they're terrible. They need to be canned, no doubt about it.
Absolutely. I mean, look what Chicago's done just by making one traded back, and now they built a team that could be relevant and competitive for the next 8 years.
And you're a Packers fan.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about this? Yeah.
That division's getting a lot tougher, man. Now we got all young quarterbacks. Well, Jared Goff, but he's the veteran, but he's really not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Caleb Williams, I think he's going to torch Green Bay, to be honest. They had 3 stud receivers now. The division's getting tough.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure like you were having fun beating up on Chicago last year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, for the last, Rodgers, what was his famous, I still own you, whenever. And Jordan Love took ownership, but now it's going to be interesting. Those are going to be some shootout games.
Definitely are, man.
Used to be that division was, run the ball, play defense, and Brett Favre was the only real gunslinger. And now that's turned into the modern NFL. All stud athletic quarterbacks, and don't really have to worry about the weather as much either. Green Bay and Chicago, but the other 2 have domes.
I was going to say, I was just hearing about them building a dome. Chicago. How do you feel about that?
I don't know, man. I don't like it because I like the old school snow games, ground and pound. Soldier Field is one of the more iconic stadiums. I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. I like the Soldier Field vibe, the Lambeau Field vibe.
Yep.
I do. Here we go, Carolina.
What do we got?
Oh, Jatavian Sanders. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Carolina has loaded up on fantasy assets right now, man. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think he was like really the number 2 tight end on the board to me.
Yeah. He was definitely, like me and Andy said, there is a huge gap between Brock Bowers and the other ones.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, it's wild.
Yeah, that I don't mind it. They're giving Bryce Young some weapons.
Yep, and their dynasty dog, Mike. How you doing today, Mike? Jatavian Sanders finally goes. How do you feel about Sanders in Carolina, Mike? curious to get your feeling on that. Me and Biggs are kind of liking it. And Mike says, you got to be tired, TJ. You're the most live person this weekend. Definitely. But when you're hanging out with good people like Biggie, Jimmy, Ty, I mean, I'm maybe not Ty. And we got the train and everyone else. It's been great.
Yeah. Just talking football,
That's it, man. That's it. So what we love to do, and we love bringing it. And I'll tell you, you have been a part of it. All of us, like, we kind of are on the same page with this with a lot of these rookies we liked.
Yeah.
We've hit a home run as far as like the rankings have gone.
Yeah. I think it's been pretty good. We got a trade coming up right now.
Oh, Muscles, Denver.
They're coming up. Who are they getting?
He's probably sleeping right now.
They probably could use a receiver after trading Judy.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, there's some good guys still there.
Watch them get Troy Franklin. What a disaster that would be. Oh, that would be their type of pick.
Yeah, I was going to say that would fit right in.
Now,
your receivers on the board. You mean you have Troy Franklin, obviously. You have Brendan Rice. I like Devontae Walker though.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I like Tez Walker better than Franklin. I mean, I'm not a big fan of like them either, but I like getting Tez here. Yeah. I don't mind it.
Yeah. I mean, there's some other guys. You have Johnny Wilson. He is huge. He's like 6'8". I don't know if he might end up being a tight end, but I'm not really sure what they're doing here.
And then Mike says, it's all right. Definitely need a tight end. I agree, man. They needed a tight end for sure. They went out and got what they needed, so they've addressed that need. Yeah.
So Denver gave up their fourth, a fifth, and a sixth to come up. So
wow,
whatever they want.
Yeah, boy, they don't have a lot of picks this draft either.
No,
it is wild. Yeah. Oh, watch it be Ray Davis. I love it.
I'll tell you what, I want him to go somewhere where he's going to be
utilized. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. The Chargers would be perfect for Ray Davis.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they got half of Baltimore's offense now, but none of those backs are, really going to take the lead.
Here we go.
Troy Franklin.
I knew it. What a disaster. Oh my God.
I don't get it.
Yeah, me either. But hey, I guess you think about it, Bo Nix.
I was just gonna say that. And I think they're like real close.
Yep.
Like they're college roommates and a bunch of stuff like that. They're like best friends. So
yeah,
actually,
my question is, who's going to be more boom or bust, Troy Franklin or Marvin Mims in this offense now? I mean, it's going to be wild.
Yeah.
But I do understand it. And I mean, really, for Troy Franklin, this is probably good. You go back with spot. You go back with your college quarterback.
Yep. Yeah, that is a good spot, actually, now that we think about it. I just I don't know. People thought he was going to come out and run, in the 4.3s and be like Deshaun Jackson. And
right.
I don't think he's a bad player, but I wouldn't want to build around him.
No, definitely not. I mean, I've said it, ceiling of wide receiver 3, I think, in fantasy.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just keeping perspective,
Might be a good best ball guy,
Yeah.
One of those.
Speaking of best ball, Sterling said you and him might be covering some of that here.
Yeah, I'd like to do a couple best ball shows. That's something I really never got into it until last year, and I had a little bit of success with it. And I think it's a different way to go about it.
Best balling with Big E.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, I'd like to talk a little bit about it, man. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and I agree, Mike. Mims is a lot better contested catch. He is a lot better than Franklin in that aspect.
I'll tell you what, I like Mims, to be honest. I just I don't know why he wasn't on the field more.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I know Ty says he's a
special
teamser, but I think he has a lot of potential. He just,
right.
It's going to be interesting. Sean Payton coming in, they're letting him he's got the reins. They said that he interviewed Bo Nix, and he was just like, wowed, came away from it like this is the next Drew Brees. I'm not saying that, but that's what he's saying.
Yeah. We kept hearing reports about how much he liked him. So, but New England here, another team that I'm really impressed with. New England's draft guys. Like, I love it.
Yep.
I mean, everything they've done. I like the fact that Drake May fell in their lap at 3, and then getting Jalen Polk.
Yeah, Jalen Polk. I think he's really underrated, to be honest. I think a lot of people were, looking at a Dunze and not really realizing what's on the other side of that.
Yeah.
I definitely don't mind. I think that's a good place for Drake May to land. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. Are they going to? What's their offense going to look like?
Right. And if you look at it, like they'll take their time, and that's good. Like if I'm New England, I let Jacoby Brissett play.
Yeah.
Just let him rock it out, see what he can do. And, everyone else just like Drake May. I mean, you don't got to rush him. Jalen Polk, you really don't got to rush him. I mean, you got Kendrick Bourne. But as far as like in the next 2 or 3 years, I think they could do a great job. And I do like Mayo as well.
Yeah, I do too. I think he's almost like that D'Amico Ryans type guy. You could tell whenever he was the middle linebacker, the captain,
Yeah.
You could just tell that he had a future.
And I'll say this right now, though, I'm not falling into the Troy Franklin trap. Just because he went to Denver. And like we seen this last year, like we said Sean Tucker wasn't good. We said Tank Bigsby wasn't good, but there were still people picking them way higher than they should have because they can't let go.
Yeah.
Like Troy Franklin, if you get him in the 3rd round, I have no problem with it. But I guarantee you, people are still going to take him high 2nd round.
I'm not taking him high in 2nd round. Absolutely not. There's way too many other receivers in this draft, man.
Yeah, I'm with you. Here comes New England. Oh, guard. We need Jimmy here. Guard. He knows all about guards. That's what I heard last night. Like, this guy's good. I'm like, I never even heard of him.
I think this guy actually was a pretty high recruit whenever he came in. But
I can see that. A&M always has a good line.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I was watching tape on Isaiah Spiller, and I'm like, Isaiah Spiller isn't good. They're opening up holes I could run through.
Yeah. Well, this is where, you get your interior linemen. This is where you build your actual team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your 1st round picks, there's your name talent, but they're not really, I think you have a higher bust rate there.
If I see Ray Davis go to the Chargers, I'm going to be like the happiest person ever. It'd be great.
Yeah, I think, Chargers, they definitely could look at him. Dallas obviously has to be doing something with the running back. I mean, I saw a report today. They're talking about bringing Zeke back.
Minnesota could be Zeke. Oh God. Minnesota could be a special little landing spot too. Honestly, like for Ray Davis, like we know Aaron Jones getting older.
Yeah. 1-year deal only with Jones too. And I think, man, I like Aaron Jones. I always have, but the injury bug has bit him. I guarantee you the 2 weeks that they play Green Bay, I'm going to be building around him in DFS. But
yeah, he's going to be on the revenge tour.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's always sucks when I don't know. Even as a fan, you see a guy like that leaving, you know.
And that's one thing, man. Green Bay does it, and seems like most of the time they do a pretty good job whenever they do get out of it, but you see like Greg Jennings went to the Vikings. Obviously Brett Favre went to the Vikings. You see a lot of veteran players leave Green Bay and go to division rivals.
You're right. They move on quickly from them.
Even like Josh Sitton, he was an all-pro guard for us, and we let him go. Didn't offer him a 2nd contract, which worked out because he's not in the league anymore. But
yeah. Danny Dixon says he'd like Bucky Irving or Jalen Wright to Minnesota. I would much prefer Jalen Wright.
Yeah,
I think Jalen Wright is a guy that maybe has a little potential. Bucky he just seems more like a scat back to me.
Yeah.
Like
Kenyon Barner.
yeah. But I wouldn't mind Jalen Wright to Minnesota.
No, I think Jalen Wright he's going to have some home run potential. There's no doubt about it. I don't think he's ever going to be a workhorse. Could be wrong on that, but I don't see it.
Right.
But
right. Like he's more of a change of pace, kind of like we talked about.
Yeah.
Here comes the Cards.
I don't even know what they're really. I love Marvin Harrison, man. I think that's great for him. He instantly goes in there, becomes. I think he's a wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
First year,
Where I'm just curious because I'm trying to think in my head too right now. Marvin Harrison, where would you have him in your dynasty ranks at wide receiver right now?
Oh.
That's a tough question, isn't it? I'm trying to think in my head like where I would put him right now without really not thinking about it too much.
Really, to me, I think like he'd be. You're going to have. You have CD. CD's my number 1, I think, right now, and then Jefferson's right there. I'd almost put him like right into bottom of that second tier, like kind of with like Jamar Chase type guy. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty high on him, and I think that's a great landing spot for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. No, I don't hate it. I mean, Almond Raw's up there. I mean,
Yeah. Almond Raw's in the top tier, I guess, for me. He's right in that top 3 tier.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing though, like without even playing a snap, how good this guy is. I mean, like he is the greatest receiver prospect I've ever seen.
Yeah. I think it's really like you have Jamar Chase, maybe in the 4 or 5, and then it's real close to putting Marvin Harrison
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. The Cards.
They always do this weird stuff that day 3 they have.
Yeah, this is the day 3 stuff.
Oh, yeah.
A couple Cards cheerleaders got a nice vacation.
Oh, yeah.
All
Safety.
right. D-back makes sense for them.
Yeah, makes sense.
Then we got the LAC coming up. That's what I call them, LA Chargers, the LAC.
That's I'll tell you what, the Chargers, they interviewed Harbaugh or whatever, and they said, "Are you going to get him any weapons?" He said, "We consider linemen weapons."
Yeah, Harbaugh, man. That's his cup of tea. I was surprised though he didn't take Corum or Wilson earlier. I figured he'd take one.
Yeah. I did too, to be honest. I don't know.
I think he took the linebacker from Michigan, I believe, instead.
Yeah, they took one of them. I can't remember which one now. Yep.
For Chargers, for lack of wide receivers, I like that, Mike. Maybe we could trademark that. Lack of wide receivers. Yeah. I agree, but that's what I call them, Mike. You ever see them? That's the LAC. I call the Chargers LAC, and I call the Rams Lars. That's how I could tell the difference between the two. But they do got Ladd McConkey, Mike, and I know you're a fan of him, and I think that's a great move.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect landing spot for him, to be honest. He could kind of fit right in like that Keenan Allen type role.
Yep. I mean, I love Brian Thomas, but you can make an argument taking Ladd at 8.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind it. I personally still lean Brian Thomas, but I would more than happily take Ladd 9.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's going to be a really good place for him, and I think he's going to be there. He's somebody that's going to be there for a long time.
Yeah, definitely, man. These people here, they are the super fans. They are the people that they hang on for day 3.
I know. I've been watching this, and people come with all these crazy outfits and all this. I don't know. I think it'd be an interesting thing to experience, but
if it comes to Pittsburgh, we might be able to go.
Be a lot of people, that's for sure.
We'll get our own tables set up with our podcast mic. That'd be something.
That would be, yeah.
Big E would have his Green Bay jersey on.
Yeah, we gotta
represent.
Absolutely.
I've never had a second favorite team, but Jordan Love is pushing me to like Green Bay second most.
Well, we'll welcome you. It's going to be interesting. That whole division is going to be really interesting.
It is. It's exciting. Let's see what the Chargers do. Ray Davis, baby. Come on. Oh, that's a hardball pick.
Yeah. Yeah, he's building through the line, both sides.
He got to see him in the college playoffs, so he knows what he's about, this guy.
Yeah.
Tennessee coming up.
Tennessee's a weird team to me.
Yeah, they could do a lot of different stuff.
I just don't know. They brought in Tony Pollard in the offseason. That was kind of I don't know how I feel about that.
Can we see Ray Davis go to the Giants? That could happen.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it would.
Singletary's there, but he's never going to be I think his peak career year was last year.
Yeah. The war room. I'll tell you what, though, man. One thing about Jim Harbaugh, look at the life in that room. I mean, that's one thing you got to give that guy.
Oh yeah,
like he knows how to like get people fired up.
Yeah, I think he's a good coach, man. I really do.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see if his you know when he was in San Fran, they were a ground and pound team, played defense and stuff. That's kind of getting phased out a little bit. You know,
yeah,
a lot
you're
more
right.
of the air attack. We'll see if his old school way. I think he can still play with the right players and.
Yep, you're right, Biggs. You're right. Well, here comes the Titans pick. How about Ricky Pearsall to the 49ers? Like, I love Ricky Pearsall. He's in my top 10. It kind of surprised me he went as high as he did.
I was surprised he was picked in the first round, to be honest. I like him. I really do. I think he's a good route runner, and I think he's good after the catch. I was I watched quite a bit of college football, and he was somebody just watching him play without going back and rewatching tape or anything like that. I just I liked him, and then he did good at the combine. And
absolutely,
I don't know that man. So they got he's going to be what, the 5th receiving option now?
I believe so, unless they move on from somebody. I mean, they're gonna have to maybe trade someone. I mean, we've heard. Maybe they're just so concerned about Ayuk. I mean, with the contract stuff.
Yeah, that is true. This would be Ayuk's last year coming up, I think.
Yeah.
So you have Debo, you have Ayuk, Kittle, and then obviously CMC. So Pearsall is literally the 5th receiving option.
What do you think about Luke McCaffrey to Washington? I like Luke.
I do too.
But I was kind of surprised he got day 2 capital. I'm happy because, I mean, I do think he will work hard. He's got a good motor on him. I think he'll figure it out.
I don't mind it because they lost Curtis Samuel, and I think he could kind of be that slot guy for him.
Yeah.
So I don't mind it. It'd be interesting.
Yep, it definitely will be. And Tennessee, like you said, could do a variety of things here. I think it'll probably be line. They need more line, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Give Will Levis a fighting chance.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, I liked Will Levis. I remember watching him play at Penn State, and then his junior year, he was really good. And then senior year, he was injured and everything like that. I was happy to see him get drafted where he got drafted last year, and he came in, had that 4 touchdown game, and then kind of just petered out.
Yeah.
But
like you can still see that gunslinger mentality.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like if they can do this right now, I do think like what they did with Callahan doing a complete 360. I love Vrabel. I think he's a great coach.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes it's good for a change.
Yeah, sometimes your locker room gets a little bit stale.
Mike says, with these commercials when the pick is in is super annoying. I hear you on that. Last night, I even said it, like we were getting close to the end. We were streaming for 4 hours. And I said, I guarantee you that they're going to drag this out. And it's like the last 2 or 3 commercials, their last 2 or 3 picks, they run 2 or 3 commercials. I'm like, wow.
It's like the last, you hit 2-minute warning in a game, and then it just prime time game. It takes 45 minutes to play the last 2 minutes.
You're right. And like I always mention the podcast. I mean, the Dynasty DNA podcast, obviously with us, the Dynasty DNA Discord channel. And it, Biggs, this thing is popping, man. I mean, up to almost 250 members right now. We'd love to have you if you guys want to join. You're tuning in. It's a great place to talk football. It's free.
Absolutely. There's always, like, it doesn't matter what time of day. You have a trade question, season rolls around, you have start-sit questions. Somebody's going to give you some, there's just always going to be 10 or 15 guys that are going to give you a response right away.
Yep, absolutely. And DFS stuff with you guys.
Yep, absolutely.
A lot of successful, good minds. Cedric Gray, he was someone.
Yep,
we seen someone last night the Steelers were interested in.
Yeah, he was looking at best available. He was the number 2 best available player.
Yep, that's a good one for Tennessee. Need more defense, need more line. But the Giants, here we go. Ray Davis is on the radar, I think.
Could be.
Minnesota's another one. I know our buddy Danny Dixon, he was hoping that it would be Jalen Wright or Bucky Irving. I think Bucky Irving's a 5th-round guy.
Yeah, I think if he's going to make it, he's going to be he's going to have to contribute on special teams or something.
Like a 5th, 6th-round type player. Then the Steelers keep creeping up closer. Does Green Bay have a pick this round, Biggs?
That is a good question. I don't know, to be honest. I would assume so, because they traded back. Yeah, they have pick 26 of this round.
All right, good.
Which I like what Green Bay's done so far. Wasn't familiar with the lineman until I looked him up, and I was pretty happy that he's a versatile player. And then since then, dude, I really like they got Edgerrin Cooper, then the safety out of Georgia, really good player, position of need for us.
Yeah, they're doing well. I mean, even the last draft, I really love what they did the last draft, bringing in the weapons they did.
Yeah, I think, dude, Brian Gutekunst, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his last name. I think he's a really good GM. A lot of people were kind of down on him because some of the stuff he, trading Rodgers and stuff like that. But, I mean, realistically, we're a year removed from that, and
you almost made the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, it was great. Let Love really blossom. Obviously, you can't predict Rodgers getting hurt, but
Theo Johnson to the Giants.
Penn State.
Andy. Theo.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I like him. He's kind of he reminds me of like a power forward, boxing out.
I like that.
He can go up and he can be a red zone target.
And we know Penn State has always produced solid tight ends. I mean, if anything, they're at least solid.
Yeah, I like it. They have Waller, but he's just getting older and older and older, and he's always hurt. I do like Daniel Bellinger.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of odd, but at the same time, I mean, they're trying to get some kind of weapon help.
Yeah.
Here comes Minnesota. Atlanta might do something stupid. They've been on a roll. So, what do you think about the Penix move, Biggs?
Dude, total shocker. I like Penix.
Yeah.
I was one of the people originally, I'm like, I really like him. The only thing that scares me is injury history, but if he has a clean bill of health and everything like that, I'm fine. But the fit just makes no sense to me. I don't give Cousins, 4 years, $180 million. I know it's more realistically a 2-year deal, but so if he sits behind Kirk for 2 years, he'll be 26 years old, which is not that bad for a quarterback. I mean, Jordan Love sat for a couple years.
Right.
I totally get all that. But when Green Bay took Love, they took him at like pick 24 or something like that. They didn't take him in the top 10 pick. I mean, there's legit players. Every defensive player possible was available. I mean,
yeah, and they need defense desperately. Yeah. You're right. Like in that, like comparing that situation, that's what makes it different.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, man. I like Penix, and I hope it works out for him. And it kind of sucks for him in a way, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's like the talk of the draft, and he didn't do anything wrong.
No, he didn't. He's a good kid too. I like his attitude. School. Corner. Comes Atlanta coming up again. New England coming up again.
Everybody in that division is going to need secondary help with the quarterbacks in that division. So
absolutely,
I'd have liked to have seen. That is one thing Green Bay hasn't addressed. They haven't taken another corner, and they could sure use one.
No doubt. And I know we're all ready for the, like I said, hopefully we'll all get a chance to go out there. I know a lot of us are. Hopefully you can, Biggs, the expo this year.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time. Good time. Meet a lot of good people, and it's always a good time.
Yeah.
Drink a few beers and draft some fantasy football. Good food, too, man. A lot of good food there.
Yeah, that sounds like it'll be right up my alley.
Yeah, kicking ass and kicking fantasy football ass, having a couple beers, having a good nacho tray. I love nachos and shit like that. I just can't help it. They bring like them out to them tables when you're doing them. I'll eat the whole thing. It's like one of them addicting foods.
I'll tell you what, Minnesota with that pick, I haven't had a chance to talk to you guys really about it. I think JJ McCarthy, that's a perfect landing spot for him.
It is. It is. If you
let him sit for a little bit.
If you're a JJ fan, that's probably the best place you could ask.
Yeah, the weapons that he's going to have, man. Justin Jefferson, obviously TJ Hawkinson's hurt, but he'll be back. Obviously Jordan Addison was one of the best rookies we've seen in recent memory.
And Minnesota does do a good job drafting receivers.
Yep.
They're another team that has a good track record there.
Yeah, I think that's a good fit for him. Here we go, Atlanta. They're going to shock the world again. Take a kicker.
We need to get Sterling to announce an Eagles pick. Could you imagine? Maybe we'll get Mike and Sterling.
That would be funny.
Like, and then it'd be like someone they hate, and then they'll be really mad.
These guys they have come up here, man.
Oh yeah. Everyone tries to be like Pat McAfee or
make a speech. Or
defensive end. It's a defensive tackle. Doorless.
Yeah. Not real familiar with them, but hey man, you can't go wrong whenever you're taking. If you take defensive linemen in round 3, 4, and 5, and they hit, I mean that's how you build your team. That's how you create a winner.
No doubt about it, man. Well, Vegas is a running back maybe team, and we know about Zamir White. I mean, depending on who it is, I might be a little concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. Vegas. I'm not sure what they're doing, man.
I want to make a meme though that says like Mark safe from the Rachaad White hate, because we've seen it. Rachaad White's still safe. Yep. All these people are crapping all over him.
Dude, he's good.
He is. Good.
He's a 3-down. He's a true 3-down back.
He is. He don't get not a lot of credit. No. I mean, like I get it. Maybe like unless you're Emmitt Smith or Barry Sanders or everyone has a trait they're not as strong at. Okay, he's not the best between the tackles, but he's still serviceable there, and he does everything else good. Like Tampa Bay tells you that year after year. It's like we don't need to replace him.
Yeah, well, they don't. Look at the numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I think if they do bring someone in, like they need like an estimate. Like they need just like a guy that can get a yard.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's somebody I know. He didn't test well. I liked watching Estimate play. I could be wrong on it. It's just a little bit of gut feel to me. I don't know, kind of like maybe a Lendell White type of guy or something.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Biggs. Here's the Patriots. Javon Baker to the Pats. Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
New England, you guys are doing a great job.
Yeah.
What a great pick.
It's pretty good value there.
It is a very good value. Great pick for New England. Wow.
Yeah, they're I like what they're doing.
Yeah, I do too. They have totally flip-flopped this, man.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see. I think Drake May to me, I don't know, man. I really think between him and Jaden Daniels, it was like a toss-up for me. I know you guys talked about that a lot,
Yeah.
Ty was on the Drake May side. I really think it's a toss-up to me because Drake May has so much talent.
Oh, he does.
So much.
To me, I get Caleb. Like, Caleb, we know, okay, he is but, outside of Caleb, Drake May has the biggest ceiling to me.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
Oh, we got Green Bay coming up.
Oh, Green Bay with the trade.
See that. Wonder what we're going to do here.
Mike, love it. I remember when you and I were talking earlier about New England. I love this trade. I think they've been killing this draft, getting Jalen Polk, who we like, getting Drake May, like Big said, Javon Baker. Boy, they're rebuilding this thing.
I'll tell you what, TJ Tampa's on the board, number 1 player on the board. Good cornerback. I'd be a happy man if Green Bay came up and took him.
I hope they get him for you, Biggs. That would be a good fit for you. I was hoping the Steelers would get Baker.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what I still like Malik Washington, though.
Yep. He's pretty good. I think I think he's. Let's see. I don't even know who all is on the board. I know you have Brendan Rice, which I don't mind. He doesn't create a pile of separation, but if Brendan Rice, Walker's still sitting there, Malik Washington sitting there, there's some okay guys.
Yeah, there definitely is.
Taj Washington's still there.
I like Taj too. But yeah, I got to give it. Like I said, I think outside, like I think Steelers are having a good draft. I think Packers are having a good draft. I think New England's killing it.
Yeah, yeah. I like what New England's done. I'll tell you what, I'm not a Steeler fan, but I think they're. I like what they're doing. They're building that offensive line. They've always been. They had Alan Faneca. They had Marquise Pouncey. They've always kind of built from within. DeCastro was really good for a while for him. So I like seeing that, they go and they take Frazier. I think, to me, he was the number one center coming into the draft to me.
Yeah.
And I really like that pick.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I appreciate it. And like I said, I think Green Bay's done well. When we talked, they filled all their position needs. Mike says, sorry, TJ Baker greater than Polk. No, I'm sorry, Mike. That's not the truth. I like Javon Baker, but Polk's the better player.
Yeah. Yep.
I think they're going to play well together. That's the thing. Like I really like what they're doing.
Yep.
I mean, Polk is a great, like he can do anything you want. Like to me, he can be a 3-down receiver. Like he can go down the field. He can come across the middle. He's good underneath. Baker's more big play guy.
Yep. Yep. I like Polk a lot.
Oh, really me too.
I think he was overlooked quite a bit.
And it was easy, right? Because he was in that Washington offense. And I think a lot of people are saying like he played off Roma Dunze, but I disagree. I think they all played off each other. And I think that's why they had the year they had.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, I don't know. I like what New England's doing.
Yeah, me too.
I really do.
Me too. And I like the whole, last year, I liked all the Washington receivers. Like I like them all.
Yeah.
So I even like Jalen McMillan. Like that was a good pick for Tampa Bay.
Yep. Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm with you here. Well, hopefully this is TJ Tampa for you, Biggs.
I hope so.
That'd be a nice pickup for the Pack. I would love to see Malik Washington come to the Steelers.
That'd be a good pick.
I'd take that in the 4th round. Pick. And then we got the Raiders, Ray Davis.
That's a possibility.
It is. I think they take a running back at some point. Jets, Jets. Oh, Jacksonville's got a couple sandwiched in there. I really like the Brian Thomas pick for Jacksonville too.
Yeah.
That was a nice landing spot, a good pick.
Yeah, and they're going to have, I think Christian Kirk is a really underrated player, to be honest. Evan Ingram's an underrated player.
Yeah.
So
if Lawrence can get it together, man.
Yep.
I mean, he can really play at that kind of level. These fans, man, are something else.
Oh yeah. I got a cheesehead somewhere. I should have brought it with me.
That would have been awesome. TJ Tampa. You know anything about Evan Williams, baby?
I don't. This guy's pretty wound up about him.
We got to remember, I think he's like from England or something. Them guys get wound up about soccer, so I can only imagine, man.
Yeah, I don't know much about him. I think safety, we needed one for sure, but we took the guy out of Georgia who's pretty good. We signed Xavier McKinney in free agency. I don't hate it. I'd like to have seen a corner, but I'm okay with them building out the defense.
You know, I know A-Train is big on he's big on Jaden Daniels, but I know he loves Jalen Polk. I know he loves Javon Baker. I wonder how he feels about this now with Drake May getting some of his favorite weapons.
Yeah.
Stalked up into the cupboard.
That's interesting.
It is.
It'll be interesting. I want to see what they're. Yeah.
If Cincinnati gets Ray Davis, I'll be so upset. Or Baltimore, because we've been saying like Baltimore would be perfect for him.
He would be.
Like that's a Baltimore back.
That would definitely be. We got the Raiders.
Ty says Drake May getting weapons. Love it.
I tell you what, I don't disagree, Ty. I don't disagree. I think it was a 50-50 for me.
Another corner.
Another corner.
Boy, TJ Tampa's really sliding down.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, that is big for Drake May.
This guy's fast. 4.34 in the 40.
Burner.
Well, that's a Raiders pick.
Yeah, speed. I honestly thought they'd take Worthy. I thought there was a great chance.
I think Worthy, man. I don't know how I feel. I think he's in the perfect spot to succeed in Kansas City.
Yeah,
but I think people are going to overdraft the shit out of him.
That's it. Like, I don't know. Like, I just see him being at his best day, a back end wide receiver too.
Yeah,
and it's like he's going to be way overdrafted.
Yeah.
And I think it's a better NFL pick than a fantasy pick, right? Because I think he'll open up stuff for Rashee Rice and Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to be the number one there. You know what I mean? He's not going to be Tyreek Hill.
No. And a lot of people compared him to that.
I know.
Like, there's only one Tyreek.
I don't. Here we go. Ray Davis.
I could see it.
It really would make sense because they have the king and that's it. They let all the other backs walk. Well, Justice Hill.
Oh, Tez Walker.
Good pick. Good pick.
Yeah, here I don't mind it. I really don't.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good pick, to be honest.
Yep. I wonder how Wiz feels about this. I have to get his opinion here. I'm going to text him right now. See, that's just nice. You have him on speed dial. But it is early in Alaska yet. It's only 8 a.m. there. How do you feel about Tez to the Ravens? Oh, don't worry. Cincinnati will end up with Ray Davis. It'll be in our division to come back and haunt me and Andy because we loved him so much. For a big man, he moves so well. Man, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, I definitely, I'm a fan.
Me too. Indy, like I could see Indy taking him, but I'd hate it, because they have Jonathan Taylor, but they don't have anybody either.
No, they don't have anyone else behind them, and not to wish it, but you have to bring it up, man. Taylor has always been an injury risk.
You're right. Yes.
They let Zach Moss go, which Zach Moss had a career year filling in for him.
Yeah, it was what Zach Moss was like. He must have been on performance enhancers because I've never seen Zach Moss play like that ever.
I'll tell you what, Indy's going to be an interesting team to watch going forward. What if Richardson develops? Man,
yeah.
I was pretty surprised they took another receiver. I didn't think it was a necessary pick to me.
For Indy?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I mean, A.D. Mitchell's and he's terrible. He's going to be another one he almost got picked in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Like, so many people are still going to have him valued as a first-round guy. It's terrible.
Yeah, I think he has potential, but it's one of those I just don't know, man. I didn't think it was a necessary pick to me. They traded up to get him. I don't know. I think, obviously, they have Pittman. I think Josh Downs is a really good, underrated player. The only thing it does is probably relegates Alec Pierce to the bench.
Yeah, thank God.
That's a shame.
That's the only thing A.D. Mitchell did that was good. Get Alec Pierce out of the NFL.
Yeah.
I remember last year we had that argument with people we're saying how Alec Pierce was going to overtake Michael Pittman. I'm like, oh my God.
Nope, he had a good pro day or a good combine. That's what put him
up there.
Yeah, and
you watch the tape, it just and honestly, Troy Franklin reminds me a lot of Alec Pierce.
Yeah,
just a down the field guy. I mean, you're not going to out athletic everybody in the NFL.
No, nope. You're playing against the best athletes to lace them up.
Yep. And I'm just wondering how people are going to overvalue him now. Like I said, because there's so many people that wouldn't let him go.
Yep.
They'll be like, well, he was a high 4th round pick. Like, well, it doesn't matter. He's still day 3 guy.
Yeah.
And if Denver wouldn't have traded up, I mean, he would have probably fell more.
That is a perfect landing spot for him. I will say that.
Yeah, getting Bo Nix back definitely helps him because at least he's familiar with who's throwing him the ball.
Wonder how Mossy probably had to go take a little break and go to the bathroom at work.
I can't wait to see what he's going to say about this.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Fantasy Feud's tomorrow. So
yeah.
So we'll be everyone that's out there in listener land Monday, you'll get to hear what Ty has to say about Denver's draft selections. So I'm in a mock draft from the Fantasy Face-Off Football Network. They're another podcast. Me and Andy both are. And Trey Benson went 111 right now in a Superflex league. So, I mean, it's amazing, though, like with Benson and Brooks, like where do they fall now? And Penix and Bo Nix are still available.
Really?
Yep, Superflex. I would figure someone would take a chance on Penix here.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, running back is the toughest position in fantasy, especially in Dynasty.
Yeah.
And if I look at my teams that I have, that's probably my weakest. You know, I go receiver heavy, and thing is, you can kind of cover running backs on the waiver wire a lot of times.
You're right. I love like in the IDP leagues picking up linebackers and streaming them and playing them.
Yeah,
I do that all the time. The pick is in for Jacksonville.
They got 2 out of the next 3, huh?
Yep. Well, they got some picks. They got some ammunition here. Steelers are going to be coming up. I don't know. I mean, Malik Washington probably is their guy, if I had to guess.
Be a good pick.
Now that some of these other guys are off the board.
Yep, that would be a good pick.
Tampa Bay, they're down there. There's a lot of picks, a lot of compensatory picks this draft. I love the Javon Baker pick to New England.
Yep.
Like I said, man, they might not be good next year, but boy, next year or two.
I'll tell you what, I like Peyton Willis.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
I mean, if he's healthy, that guy looks like he's going to be a monster.
He's fast, too.
And that's what I was talking to Tim earlier. I said, I could see the Steelers maybe having the best linebacking core now, getting Patrick Queen. I mean,
yeah, that was underrated.
Yeah.
Really underrated. A lot of people, me and Ryan, I can't remember if we were at a bow shoot or what we were doing when the news come out on that. And we listened to the fan. We were driving back from wherever all these people are on the fan, like, this is terrible. This is terrible. I'm like, you guys don't watch football.
Yeah. Oh, it's always someone that likes to complain. Oh, now we're in Ireland. We're going around the world, Biggs. The Jags in Ireland.
They could definitely build out their line. I'm not really sure. The Jaguars are definitely probably not going for a position player, I wouldn't think.
Yeah,
a skill player.
I'm with you there. I wonder if they go running back, though. Yeah, there you go, Biggs. Tackle. You called it, the tackle position. Oh, Cincinnati, please don't take Ray Davis. I don't know if I could stand watching them run against us every other game. That'd be the perfect player for, like, he reminds me of like a Fred Taylor, Corey Dillon.
Yep. Blast from the past. Yeah.
Yep. Like, and I've seen them guys run on the Steelers before, so like I'm worried about it.
Ray Davis, he's a shorter guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not real high.
He kind of like Maurice Jones-Drew was kind of that, like the bowling ball type guy.
That's what he looks like too.
Tight end.
Eric All.
Eric All. I actually like Eric All.
Do you?
Yeah. Yep. He coming out of tight end, they used him quite a bit last year. I watched a lot of Big Ten football, and honest to God, I think he's sneaky athletic. And they would run bubble screens and stuff to him at the tight end position. I think he's a good player.
Well,
I think health is his biggest.
And I give you credit too, like, because like you said, Iowa, man, they know how to produce these tight ends.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't mind that pick if he's healthy. I think he got hurt last year.
And this is where you take a lot of chances, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is huge.
Honestly, his comp is kind of Evan Ingram to me. He's kind of that athletic type of
I
guy.
like that.
So
I like that a lot, man. Jags again. Should have went back to Ireland. Oh, there you go. Got to get a nose in there.
Yeah.
It's a good pick for the Jaguars.
Yeah, you can't go wrong building around your offensive and defensive lines. LSU, man, they're just a freaking they're almost like the new Alabama. They're just a factory for the NFL.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep, they are, man. And then too, Georgia? No, they're usually hanging in there.
Yeah, Georgia. You could build probably the best defensive team in the NFL just by taking Georgia alumni. And the pick is in. They're rolling now, 4th round.
I love it.
Quit these commercials.
And we're gonna get more. Don't worry. They love hitting us with commercials. I hope they don't take Ray Davis. I want to see him have a chance to be able to play some.
Yeah,
Like, he would be buried with Taylor unless unless there's an injury.
I don't want to say it. No, never mind. I was going to say he could go to Philly, but they still have Kenneth Gainwell. I was trying to think, who's going to back up Barkley, because we know Barkley is an injury prone guy, but they still have Gainwell. He could go. Ray Davis would fit here. I mean, they're going to have somebody behind Taylor.
Yeah, they got to have something.
I think they had Trey Sermon there last year filling in whenever.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
They were digging at the bottom of the barrel. Seattle, we know, ain't going to go running back.
No. Well, they shouldn't, but we've seen some stranger things happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Still, I'm telling you what, man, I like TJ Tampa. He's just sitting there. Cade Stover, I think he's actually a little bit of an underrated tight end. He's sitting there. I'm not saying he's ever going to be a Pro Bowl tight end, but I think he could play in the league for 10 years.
Cade Stover? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then the NFL loves guys like that.
Yep. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. sitting there. I remember old Jeremiah Trotter.
Senior.
Yep.
Yeah.
Played for the Eagles.
That was like Ty, man, last night. He was it's like, you guys know all these older players. It's like, yeah, way to make us feel old, Ty.
Well, it is wild though, because you're sitting there, I watched Jerry Rice play, his son's here. Watch Jeremiah Trotter play, his son's here.
Oh, I know. Frank Gore.
Yep.
There's a lot of them in this draft, man. Luke McCaffrey.
Yep. Yeah, old Ed McCaffrey. He was I liked Ed McCaffrey, actually. Do you think Frank Gore Jr. is going to get taken?
I think so. I mean, I love Frank Gore Jr.
I do too, actually.
I think he's, going to be a solid player. I don't think I think he's more probably a change of pace type runner. Yeah. But I think he'll have a role somewhere.
There's some guys, there's some running backs that could really help out teams down. We talked about Will Shipley. Maybe he could be, a third down scat back.
Yeah.
Dylan Lawby, I kind of like him. I just like the way he runs. Cody Schrader, that's somebody I really, really liked watching at Mizzou last year.
Me too. I think the Combine hurt him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like you, though, but I mean, his tape, he does have good tape. Here comes the Colts. Don't do it.
Yeah.
All right, Taylor. All right, we're good with that.
That's a Colts pick.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Obviously, they they have a good line. But they got anything that they can do to help keep Richardson healthy and on his feet. Now, Richardson he's the one that's more responsible for that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
If he can protect himself, the sky is the limit.
Yep, you got to. You can't. You can't bulldoze people, right? You got to be smart about some of the people. I mean, if it's a playoff game, okay, I like that.
Yeah, but if it's literally the first quarter of the third game, just slide, go out of bounds.
Yep, it's not worth it, man. The sea chickens. Linebacker. That's a Seattle pick. Okay, well, here comes the Steelers, Biggs.
Oh, boy.
If we didn't have Najee and Jalen Warren, I'd love Ray Davis here. But I want to see him play more, so I can't be selfish. So, I don't know. I would love Malik Washington.
I was going to say, could definitely be a wide receiver. Do you think, now, this just popped into my head.
Yeah.
What if they took Spencer Rattler?
I wouldn't be surprised.
They already said they're not picking up Fields'
fifth-year option.
Russ is only on a short term. They don't have a quarterback lined up to be there 2 years from now.
I could see it. I really could. And I mean, honestly, in a way, I wouldn't hate it.
It wouldn't be a bad pick. I don't know if it's – I think that they could build this team and be a playoff team right now. So,
maybe.
Do you really draft for 2 years from now, 3 years from now?
Right. Here it is, the war room. What kind of hat does Tom would have on? Oh, my.
It's a tough division, though,
Oh, it is. It is. This is always a tough knock 'em, rock 'em, sock 'em type division.
Yep.
But I will say this: I've loved. I mean, you see our picks on the right. I love of what we've done.
Yeah, so far, they've drafted football players.
Yeah,
and I really like that. They didn't draft, maybe not the splash.
Yeah.
Whatever fancy name. They drafted football players.
Yep, they're getting back to that. Yeah. That's what they need to do.
I could see a receiver. I would think realistically that's probably where they should go. They could take a corner.
Oh yeah, really easily.
Take TJ Tampa.
Really, I mean that's good value at that point.
Yeah.
Detroit Rock City.
I'll tell you what, man, I think that'd be fun. Go to the draft.
Well, if it comes to Pittsburgh, we'll be there, man.
Let's do it.
Let's just hope it comes.
Yeah.
Then Miami's going to be knocking on the door of Seattle again. Might not be great for fantasy relevance at that point. Chicago might add something.
That's what I was just thinking. Wonder what Chicago. I mean, they've been going.
They have a good defense.
Yep.
Maybe more offensive line for them.
And we got Philly coming up.
Sterling. Ireland again. Yep, offensive line. I like it though.
Yeah.
They need players like that.
Yeah, they're filling out, man. They are absolutely filling out their line.
Yep. And they needed to do this.
If they're going to run, they have a really, really good two-headed monster. So if they're going to run behind Harris and Warren, I can see it. I'll tell you what, I really like Jalen Warren.
Yeah, me too. Underrated. So underrated. I like this guy, though. He looks like he's a little bit of a good run blocker.
Mauler.
Yeah.
Small school guy, but.
Yep. Sometimes them guys are really,
Nothing wrong with that, especially linemen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I definitely don't.
They can make
it.
the transition a little bit easier.
Now we got to trade.
Oh, who traded?
I thought Miami was on the clock.
Maybe they traded up for someone, we just didn't see it.
Come back for one pick and go to commercial.
I'll tell you what, though, isn't it amazing though? Like we said this about the running backs, right? Like with all the free agents that got signed, like this class just wasn't valued.
Yep.
I mean, we're seeing it.
Yep. I'll tell you what, I was kind of surprised to see Blake Corum go
To the Rams?
Yeah. I like Blake Corum, but I honest to God, he's really similar to me to Kyron. Neither one of them is really a home run hitter.
Mm-hmm.
They both have a nose for the end zone. I don't know. I'm not saying it's a bad pick, but
Ty said they traded with Philly.
oh, okay.
They must be after maybe a defensive back or something like that. Well, there's a lot of picks in this fourth round, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm like, holy heck. I mean, we haven't even really put a dent into it yet.
No.
You don't see the round 5 thing at the back end of the screen.
No, and there's still a lot of good players sitting here.
Yeah, there is. I hope Ray Davis don't go to Tampa Bay because then I have to root against Rachaad White a little bit. And I don't want to do that. Someone please do the right thing and take Ray. Maybe Buffalo. That actually might be a good fit with James Cook.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody to spell.
Oh, wait. Bit. Baltimore has a pick. Oh, never mind. Kansas City. I don't think they'll let them pass twice. Shane says, who wouldn't want two Kyrons on their team?
I don't disagree. I just think that they're, I like to have a Thunder and a Lightning or something like that. Neither one of them's really a home run hitter.
I give credit to Andy, though. I mean, on the Sell show, he said about selling Kyron.
Yeah.
Because he was worried about this happening. And he said that like he laid out all his reasoning. He said the Rams GM's famous for picking running backs. Like he's done it almost every year.
Yep.
And then plus McVay with his system too.
I like Blake Corum. I really do. He was one of my favorite players to watch in college football. I just the fit to me was a little bit strange.
Yeah,
but it might work.
And I'll tell you, man, the running backs we've been spot on. I mean, I know in my top 5, the 4 guys that are going are all in my top 5. Yeah. So hopefully, like Ray Davis gets his name called, then I'll be 5 for 5. I'd love to see Ray, though. Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't love it, but it'd be good. Like if he went to Baltimore, it would be good.
It'd be a really good fit for him.
That's the type of player they like. Kansas City's another one. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, he's good enough. Yep. He could cut into Pacheco significantly.
Yeah, yep. And it's not like, Pacheco was the 6th round pick. It's not like they're tied. They haven't given him a contract. I'd be surprised if they do.
Yeah.
So,
well, we'll see where Miami goes. I mean, they already got a track team. I don't think they're going to go anything with skill here. A lot of the tight ends are pretty well getting eat up.
Yeah.
This is probably, I'm going to say, offensive line or corner or safety or something like that.
Yeah.
Their defense really got banged up last year.
Yeah, they started out pretty hot and they fell off pretty quick.
They did. Well, it's just great, man. We've been here.
That's what some of these teams, you're kind of like, you try to think of a weakness or whatever. And I'd say Miami is probably defense. They could use a tight end, but I don't think there's really any tight ends that jump out.
Yeah, the tight ends really got 8 and up.
Yeah, and it wasn't a deep. Last year the tight end class was unbelievably deep. This year it was Brock Bowers and a bunch of other guys.
I'm still on Twitter. There's now the new trend is Baker's better than Polk. So I'm on Twitter just telling everyone, okay, like I love Baker, but like let's just slow our jets a little bit here. Because if you watch tape, you can tell who the better all-around receiver is.
Yeah.
These people that come on the screen, man. Danny Dixon wants to know, will Rico Dwaddle get any competition for touches? I mean, as of now, he's the only guy there, but as Big said earlier, we heard Zeke's a possibility to come back.
Yep, they were talking about bringing Zeke back. I think that they have to take somebody.
Well, these running backs keep falling. Oh, Jalen Wright to Miami.
That is wild.
Wow.
Another home run hitter.
Yeah, I mean, this, like, how do you feel about this? Because, like, now you got Achane, you got Mostert, obviously, but we know Mostert's getting old.
Mostert's on the back end. I mean, dude, come on now. They're just attracting 4.38 speed. So I don't mind it in a way because Achane, however you want to, he couldn't stay healthy. I think that's going to be something that's going to be a factor in his career going forward. And you can play him, you can throw him the ball. You can do a lot of things with him. They're going to have a loaded, dude. They're just speed. They literally.
Yeah. Yeah. This is one that, you could probably get a little later, but it's a good fit.
Yeah. Dude, look at that. That is crazy.
And we know, like I said, he might not even be active this year a lot. I mean, with Mostert, but I think they know this is it for Mostert.
And he's had a career with a lot of injury as well. So, I mean, you got three guys that kind of all fit in the same.
Yep, that same style.
Yep.
Where are they at?
Germany
for Seattle. Another tight end, Barner.
He looks like a blocker. I don't know him, but that would make sense because they lost Will Dissly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 6'6", 251, 4'8", 440. There's probably linemen running 4.84.
Yeah, that's going to be that's kind of like Luke Shoemaker we seen with Dallas last year. Same type of deal. Oh, look, Biggs, I see round 5. It's back there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Jalen Wright, though, man, that one's still, I cannot believe. That's kind of a shocker.
Fits the scheme, but I don't know. I didn't see that coming.
Me either. That one was a real big surprise. I wonder what Chicago does here, huh?
I could see them going line, maybe. They have Caleb. They're going to want to protect him. I'm not sure what's out there,
Yeah, I think offensive line's the biggest need for Chicago at this point.
Let's see.
International Fan of the Year. Look at that guy.
The Bears.
What do you think of the Bears, Biggs? I mean,
oldest rivalry in the NFL is Green Bay and Chicago, but it hasn't been much of a rivalry in my lifetime.
No, it hasn't. It honestly hasn't. Ever since we've been young, it hasn't.
Punter. Well, that bodes well for Caleb Williams' offense.
The Ray Guy Award winner.
A punter in the 4th round. Don't know.
Maybe he's got a big leg on him.
He must. Yeah, Iowa did not have much offense last year.
We had to get a punter in for this round. We had to. Shane says, how did he wind up on stage? It's a good question, Shane. I don't know. What do we have to do to announce a pick? I mean, come on.
That'd be a little bit interesting. Now Houston traded up.
Oh, Houston coming up. Wonder what they got up their sleeve.
They could be in the running back market maybe.
They definitely could. Did we see a kicker get taken, Biggs, today?
Well, I'd say somewhere along the line. I think there's a couple kickers that are. I was looking at that the other day, actually.
We got Tampa coming up.
That guy's dude, that guy's like a streamer. Yeah.
I was gonna say he looked familiar.
Yeah, he plays like Madden and all kinds of
influencer. Or tight end for the Texans. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I agree with you, Shane, there. Yep, there it is.
There it is, Cade Stover. I said he's one of the better guys left, in my opinion. I don't think he's ever going to be all pro or anything, but I think he's a 10-year NFL guy.
Yep, better NFL guy.
Yep.
And it fits what the Texans want to do, too. Plus, C.J. Stroud, familiar with him, Ohio State connection.
Yep. Yeah, don't hate it. I don't hate it.
He's a cattle farmer. I love it. That's a tight end. Isn't it, Biggs?
That's absolutely. I think he played defense when he first. I'm not sure. I have to look that.
Might have been a linebacker or something.
I think he might have been a defensive end. I can't remember.
San Francisco up next. Do they take Frank Gore Jr.?
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
They could use it.
I'm going to steal Jimmy's charger. You gotta love old phones. They just die quick.
Yeah. Modern technology.
You know, it's crazy big. We wait all year for this, and it's already about finished.
Oh, I know. They call Cade Stover Farmer Gronk.
Farmer Gronk. Oh, love it. Here comes the Niners. So I don't get it. I don't get the Jalen Polk hate.
No.
People must not watch tape.
I just looked this up here, and you were actually Cade Stover did play linebacker at Ohio State.
Did he? I'd say he looks like a linebacker.
San Fran. I don't know what they're.
They could use defense.
Yeah, they could probably use some secondary help.
Now we see Ray Davis go off the board this round. I'd be happy. I got Javon Baker in there. And really, I think at that point, we're getting down there. I like Jacob Cohen as well, the kid from Arizona, the receiver.
Yep.
I think he's kind of underrated.
Yeah, there's some receivers that will definitely be. They'll be getting drafted in Dynasty. Still have Brendan Rice there. I don't know how I feel about him. I think he has good hands. Doesn't get a lot of separation. Malik Washington, Johnny Wilson, Jamari Thrash, not real big on.
Jamari Thrash, yeah. Jamari Trash.
Pretty much. Drake Stoops, he was he's a little slot guy. It was Bob Stoops' son. Bob Stoops used to be, I don't think he's there anymore, but he used to be the head coach at Oklahoma.
I was gonna say, yeah, I thought that's who he was.
A national championship winning coach.
Well, who do you want to like? Who's your next player, Biggs, that you want to see go?
Well, let me see here.
Who's a prospect you like? I like Malik Washington. I like Ray Davis.
Somebody's gonna have to take TJ Tampa, but that's defensively.
The Steelers don't have a pick in the 5th round.
I'd like to see. I don't really have big hopes for Spencer Rattler, but I think that he is worthy of being drafted. The rest of the quarterbacks, not so much, maybe. I'd like to see where Ray Davis goes for sure. I'd like to see where Brendan Rice goes just because, Jerry Rice.
Absolutely, yeah. Just see where he ends up. Frank Gore Jr.
Yeah, yep. Frank Gore. I'd like to see him get picked up somewhere. I tell you what, I do like Audric Estime a little bit. Just as I don't think he's ever going to be anything more than a short yardage back. But keep an eye on him. I know he was slow, but
the 40 time. Well, I mean, he's a big guy, though.
yeah,
Come to expect that.
I'll tell you what, somebody that I really am rooting for getting drafted is Cody Schrader.
Yeah, I'm like you. He's a good kid, too, and I like the way he plays.
Yeah, I started watching, this year watching college football. Mizzou games are on, and I'm like, who is this? He's fast. He's way faster than I really thought. I was pretty impressed. He hurt his hamstring or something at the combine. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he fits like a zone scheme perfectly.
Yeah. He'd be that old school. If it was the old school years, Mike Shanahan era, he'd be 1,000-yard running back in Denver.
Yeah, too bad they traded all their picks for Troy Franklin. Boy, Denver's had a disaster of a draft.
Yeah, Sean Payton, he's one of them guys. So like he falls in love with somebody, and it's that, you know what I mean.
Bo Nix.
Yep.
Oh, safety for San Fran. They're not even announcing these anymore. Shane says, do any teams still need a backup QB, though? Poor Rattler. Yeah, the quarterback one show ain't working out very well for him right now. I don't know. Maybe Tampa Bay. I mean, with Baker, could be a little shaky.
Trask was not really
up to snuff.
Yeah.
Does Philly maybe take a chance? Well, they got Kenny Pickett. Never mind. Buffalo got Trubisky back.
You got the Jets back there. They traded away
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, did they bring somebody in?
Oh yeah, Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, which that's a really good backup, to be honest.
Baltimore's got Huntley. Kansas City usually's fine.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit tough for him.
Yeah, he might not go this round. I wish the Bucs still wore the orange jerseys.
Yeah, the creamsicle.
I love that. Oh boy. Lock up Rachaad White being done.
I was gonna say that's I don't think that hurts White in any way.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I am not afraid.
I thought he'd run faster, but I'm kind of surprised by that. I mean, he can catch passes.
Yeah, change of pace type guy. I just put on Twitter with Bucky Irving landing in Tampa. It's a nice buying opportunity for Rachaad White.
Yeah, could be.
Some people are going to be like, oh.
Yep.
I just want to put that out there. Like, I just get tired of, like, the Rachaad White disrespect.
Yeah, I think what he finished last year, he was like RB4 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, he just always puts up points. Pick is in.
Detroit.
Rock City. Dan Campbell, there's Jimmy's man, MCDC.
Maybe they'll take Ray Davis.
Oh, God.
I don't want to see it, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, I wouldn't either.
Look, they're all wearing Dan Campbell jerseys.
No, are they?
Yeah, every
That's
single
awesome.
one of them.
That's awesome. And it's that black. Remember that black jersey they used to have?
Those are good. I like that jersey.
Me too. I love it. That's hilarious.
They need to go defense.
Yeah, they took a lot of corners.
Yeah, they took 2 corners so far, so that's good for that. I mean, that's what they need.
Here comes Detroit.
They're not. They have Hendon Hooker, so they have a young backup quarterback. So they're not in the rattler. They could take a receiver, maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely could take a receiver.
Oh, I forgot they traded. They got Carlton Davis too, so they've definitely improved their secondary.
Yeah, and they lost Gardner Johnson back to the Eagles.
Yeah, which I think he's a really good player. Didn't have that great of a year. He'd go back to the Eagles, and he led the league interceptions for the first time. They could. I don't know if there's probably not really a good pass rusher left. They don't really have anybody great opposite of Hutchinson.
This one guy just put on Twitter. I put that, and he put twin. He said accepting all offers for Rashad White. It's like right. I think there'll be an expiration date, but there is on every running back. Like you just got to know when it's the right time. And,
yeah, he's still young.
Yeah, and Bucky Irving is nothing special.
No.
Like to me, I knew it'd be a running back. I said which one? If it was like Trey Benson, or if it was like Marshawn Lloyd, or Jonathan Brooks, I've been worried.
Yeah, which I'll tell you what, I like Marshawn Lloyd going to Green Bay. That was the only thing that sucks for him is they're still going to trot out AJ Dillon.
Oh God. You hoping that Lloyd just overtakes him here, Biggs?
Oh yeah,
just gets him out. Sterling says, "Let's go Eagles." What are you going to say to that, Biggs?
Well, I don't know. I was giving him a hard time yesterday. Told him they need to draft a center because without the tush push, they're going to see Jalen Hurts' true colors come out, and he'll be
it'd be more mediocre. You're saying the tush push is going to ruin him?
That's right.
I like it. Shane says, what's the latest on Chubb? Does anyone know anything? Is he ever going to play again? Laugh out loud. Yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah, they reworked his deal.
Will he ever be the same Nick Chubb? It's going to be tough. I think he might have maybe another solid season or two left.
Yeah. You see, look at Adrian Peterson. I think a lot of people overlook that. He had almost as devastating a knee injury. Now, he was a little bit younger when that happened. Sat out a year, came back, and won the MVP of the league. But Adrian Peterson was
a beast.
Yeah. But the thing with Chubb is he's never outrunning everybody anyway. So
right, yeah, definitely.
Hate to see that. That was a tough injury.
It was, man. That was tough, and that was even against the Steelers. And I'm obviously not a Browns fan, but I do like Nick Chubb.
Yeah,
I think he's a class guy, and I think he's a good football player.
Democrats.
I knew I was waiting for you to say that. Who do you think they go with here, Biggs?
I think they really could use a pass rusher, but I don't know if there's anybody, I don't know if there is an edge guy that's really worth it.
I need to get one of them Dan Campbell jerseys. I know they're in your division, but you do love Dan. It's hard not to, except for when he gets way aggressive.
When he gets a little bit crazy. I do like him. He's one of my favorite coaches.
Yeah, you could run through a brick wall for him, man.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Next pick.
Yeah, we're ready to move on. I want to see Ray Davis get picked. Jimmy says, let's go, fellas. We love the draft. It's been so much fun yesterday. Yeah, it was, man. We've had so many people join the stream. We're up to 100 now, Big. So
yeah.
Appreciate you.
Pretty good for going into the 5th round.
This is like Biggs' specialty, though. Like you do a lot of work on these guys. So.
I watch a lot of college football.
Yeah, so you know a lot of these players. That's a Dan Campbell pick.
Yeah.
Wonder where he found him at. Probably at some cornhole tournament or something. 6'8", though. Ooh, 352. He's a big boy.
Yeah, probably a developmental guy, I would imagine.
Yep, and you can throw darts here, man, in the 4th, 5th round.
Yep.
See what happens.
Boy, he looks like a mauler.
I like guys like that, man. I really did.
Here come the Eagles, Sterling.
Yeah. Stir, what's the Eagles going to get? Who do you want?
I don't know what they locked up both their receivers too. They paid them pretty good. They need an interior lineman.
Yeah, they do. Oh, a normal announcement here from the lady who has been doing them.
Oh, Will Shipley.
Will Shipley.
That's a surprise.
That is.
He lines up. He's kind of like Kenneth Gainwell and him are kind of the same
you got Saquon,
catch passes. And
boy, there's been some weird picks. Jalen Wright.
I like Will Shipley. Don't get me wrong. He's a scat back. He's a third down.
Yeah.
You'll probably see him return kicks.
Well, San Fran just moved up.
I don't think he's ever going to be a between the tackles guy, but
no. Pick is in for the Buffalo Beef. Sterling says he likes it.
I don't mind it. I really don't. It's kind of surprising, but I don't mind it.
Is this going to be a receiver? You'd think it'd have to be.
Yeah. Still some guys out there.
Ray Davis, yeah.
That's a good spot for him.
That is a good spot. Sweet baby Ray landing in Buffalo. That's a great pick.
It's a good spot for him for sure.
All these people that took Bucky Irving, what a mistake.
Yeah.
Could have had I don't mind Jalen Wright. And he fits what Miami wants to do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's perfect for that scheme.
I think Ray would have been better for Tampa Bay than Bucky would have.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I think this is a good pick. And I really like James Cook. I'm not taking anything away from him, but you don't really ever see a bell cow anymore.
Yeah. Oh no, you don't. I mean, it's a committee league now, Biggs.
Yeah.
You know how it is. I mean, and Ray Davis is a good running back, and really for Buffalo, this is a nice pick. But you see, like Buffalo to me now has got to transition a little bit.
Mm.
Like they may get some linemen. Let's run the football.
They lost quite a few people. Like their defense was I think Jordan Poyer's gone. Tre'Davious White is definitely gone.
I love Ray Davis. I think he's going to be great.
I think that's a good pick. Yeah.
If I had James Cook, I'm not going to panic. Like I think it'll be okay, but like I'd be a little concerned because this guy can play. He
can. I actually have quite a few shares of James Cook, which I'm fine with. I think Cook he can catch passes out of the backfield. I think no matter what, the biggest issue there is Josh Allen's going to vulture 10 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's coming.
Yeah. I think it's a good pick, though.
I'll tell you who's been a semi-winner so far has been Zamir White.
Yeah.
I mean, he has been. I mean, he's dodged the bullet time and time again.
Yeah, that's somebody they definitely need to take another back.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Lost Jacobs to my Packers, which the Packers offense ought to be pretty electric.
I'm happy for Ray. Shane, oh my God, they went running back. Stoked that he went to the Bills, but they still need a receiver. My theory is Kincaid is their secret weapon this season. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think they're going to shift Knox onto mostly blocking and use Kincaid a lot in the slot. Oh, definitely. I think they have to. I agree with you there, Shane. I've been saying, like, if you can get Kincaid for a good price, I think he's a really good buy.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, but maybe some people in leagues ain't as in tune with things as we all are.
They're going to have, it is a little bit worrisome. I mean, no Diggs, no Gabe Davis. I think you're right. They might switch over to a little bit more ground and pound.
Yeah, and I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? I mean, we know Josh Allen likes to run anyway, but I mean, you can build that line up. I mean, until you get that receiving game back to where you want it.
Mm-hmm.
You got Davis, who can be that tough guy, and you have Cook more for the pass catching. He still's not bad between the tackles. A lot better than people give him credit for.
Yeah, absolutely, a lot better than he's given credit for. I'm not sure. They definitely could use another receiver. There's still guys there I like.
Yeah, there is. And we see Estime and Braylon Allen getting valued kind of where we thought.
Yeah.
Down there. I thought Bucky Irving honestly be a 5th-round pick, but I mean, there's always one that slips through the cracks. I just don't like Bucky Irving. I think he's undersized. He runs over corners and stuff in the Pac-12. He's not going to do that in the NFL.
Yeah. San Fran, the pick is in.
Shane says he was my sleeper pick last year and even saved me last year. But, yeah, I don't think they have any other choice. Yeah, I'm with you, man. And I do think they run the ball more.
Have to.
And even in the playoffs, you've seen them struggle. Like, get back to the basics, man. Yeah. Like, sometimes you try that finesse stuff, and really, Buffalo's not a finesse city.
No. Cold weather team.
Yeah, let's line it up, run the rock. Well, them running backs just went bam, 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 though, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, bam, bam, bam.
Yep.
Will Shipley, though, and Bucky Irving, to me, I see Ray Davis having a chance to be relevant. Will Shipley, it's going to be real tough. Bucky Irving, all he's going to be is a change of pace, offset to Rachaad White. And you got to think, though, Rashaad's coming into year 3. Do they want to sign him? We know how everyone is with running backs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a short shelf life.
Mexico City. Sergio. Oh, another running back, Garendo.
Fast.
Yep.
Real fast.
It's amazing how there was nothing on these running backs, and it was just like, bam.
I don't know if he's really a good football player. Ran unbelievably well at the combine, but
Yep. I mean, that helps propel guys up boards, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he might not even been drafted until this.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
This guy put on here, no one's worried about White after Tampa drafted a day 3 backup midget. Bucky Irving. Baltimore's probably mad because they probably wanted Ray Davis.
Yeah.
They'll probably take Estime now.
I was going to say, they're not out of the running back sweepstakes here. We've had a run.
Yeah, we have. Oh, that's a great pick for
TJ Tampa all the way. He almost made it to the 5th round.
Oh, I know. Baltimore always does that.
Dude,
they just clean up.
Dude, they really do. They seem like they might be the best run, like, in terms of the draft franchise. I mean,
they got that from the Steelers, like that model of like, they take the value, kind of like you even seen what us do with Wilson yesterday.
And like the players, when they draft players, you just know they fit. Like 2 years ago, whenever they took Tyler Linderbaum, Kyle Hamilton, you're like, these are Ravens.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good pick there. Really is.
He's an athlete.
Yeah. I didn't know he was.
Kansas City ain't playing around.
No.
Jared Wiley.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. Boy, did they already take a tight end?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
Put me on the spot there.
I can't remember. I think they might have, or maybe I'm wrong.
I think that's a pretty good pick. He's kind of he's fairly athletic.
Dynasty Dog Mike says, should we make a friendly wager on Polk versus Baker? Yeah, man. You go ahead. You let me know. I'd love that. You tell me. I don't care what it is. Sterling says, there goes TJ bloating the Steelers. Laugh out loud. Well, Sterling.
Jeez.
Well, Sterling, we've had a great draft. I mean, you can't deny it. I mean, you guys took a third string running back. And you did get some corners. I mean, I can't say you haven't done good there, but that Will Shipley pick has me puzzled.
It's a weird pick. I don't mind it, but I just think that I don't know. Not sure. I mean, realistically, they need an interior lineman.
Yeah.
With Kelsey retiring, I know they're going to slide Landon Dickerson over, which Landon Dickerson, really good guard. They're probably going to slide him to center, but somebody's got to fill in for that guard.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike, if you like Mountain Dew, we can bet Pop on it or something. I'll mail it to you out in Philly. I'm all for it. I love Jalen Polko. I mean, and I know you're on board with that too. Like I said, I don't hate Baker. I like him. Yeah. I was actually hoping the Steelers got him. I think he's a good player. He's in my top 10.
Yeah.
But that's why I love what New England's doing. They got two of my guys in the top 10.
Yeah, they've done well so far.
Mike, oh hell yeah. Okay, man. You name the terms. We'll be on it. We got all off season to talk about.
Here we go.
All I need is Drake May to come in and go to work. Nah, he needs to sit, man. I think that'd be for the best thing for the Patriots. If I'm a Patriots fan, I'm just happy with this draft.
Yeah.
Be bad again next year, and boy, you're really looking.
Yeah, if they come in, by all means, there's no way Jacoby Brissett should not start. At least the first 8 weeks.
Yeah,
maybe the whole season.
Yeah, but they definitely are a big winner today.
Yep.
Or the last couple of days. He says only if it's code red. That's no problem, man. I didn't know if you were code red or ball hog, but Ty likes that ball hog blast.
I don't mind the ball hog blast. I'm not a big pop guy, but
I'm not. I used to be. I slowed down because I mean, and this is no joke. I mean, I'm 5'6". I was pushing 180, so like I had to watch. Like I was getting out of shape real bad. I'm down to like 163 now, so. I haven't drank pop in a while, but I still will drink one here and there.
Sterling, he'd bet you some Mountain Dew.
You who Mountain Dew?
That's what whenever we record the double coverage show, he always brings like 3 or 4 Mountain Dews or 3 or 4 Dr. Peppers. Make sure whenever he opens them, he opens up right into the mic.
Fantasy, oh yeah. Fantasy Feud. I can't wait to see what Ty has to say about Troy Franklin. And, he's going to be all over Musk.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I hear Musk. We got him in the 4th round. I don't hate it. Ty will be like, Musk. That is one of the most entertaining shows ever. Like all the shows on the network are great, but if you want like pure laughs,
they go at it.
Oh, they do. And then Jimmy's like. I like what Jake said about Jim. Jim's sitting there in his thoughts. Like you can tell he's like thinking about something. He's like, yeah. It's hilarious. No, I mean, I'm glad you're here, Biggs, for these last couple rounds. Like I said, round 5. Hopefully we can get a good amount of fantasy players in there.
Yeah, I think there's still players on the board for sure.
Yeah. And then like you watch a ton of college, a lot of these guys, even some of these defensive players, even a little better than I do. So it's going to be, and the fact that too, like Dynasty DNA as a whole, I mean, we've grown so much. I mean, last year, I think we only covered round 1. I think we had like 30 people in the stream.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, it's like you quadruple it 5 times.
Yeah.
It's been great. Mike says he wanted Vidal, not Shipley, just seeing it. Yeah. I mean, honestly, Mike, I don't blame you. I know you're a big Vidal guy, and really, you kind of turned me on to him. I didn't know much about him, but I did like what I seen at the combine.
Yeah.
And
he was really good at the combine.
yeah, I kind of like him. I'm with you on that. I mean, I hope he gets like maybe drafted here in round 5 even. I think that would be good. Malik Washington, yeah, he's up there. I was hoping to be a 4th round guy. I don't know if he's going to sneak in now or not.
Yeah, I think he can help out a team. Dude, this is just a crazy deep receiver class.
Sterling is diving in some Dover Cup stuff. Make sure you check that out. No, I mean, honestly, yeah. I mean, you guys, if you don't know, who's she? But Sterling, honestly, though, yeah, if you guys don't know, make sure you check Sterling stuff out for NASCAR. He is an evil genius when it comes
you can find him on Discord. You can find him on Twitter, and then obviously on the Rattled Cage, him and Moss.
Yeah, yep, on the podcast on the Dynasty DNA DFS podcasting network. Safety. Going with the safety here.
Whoa, it does say safety / running back.
He plays both.
Huh.
That's wild. He plays on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with him.
You don't see many guys like that anymore. There he is.
Well, that's a Dan Campbell pick.
Yeah, it is. Dan, he can play on defense and offense. He probably loved that.
Yep.
Because we got to have this guy.
Yeah, we're rolling now. Kansas City's up.
Uh-huh. Only bums me out that the Steelers don't have a 5th round pick. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yep.
Sloan says he's actually a menace. A dog, that guy that Dan Campbell just took, the safety / running back.
Good. Interesting. I didn't know. Not familiar with him.
Yeah. Might be like a taxi ad or something.
Yeah.
You never know. Because I can see Dan Campbell like, we got to get a package of plays for him. He switched offense this last season with Utah because they lost so many players on offense. Oh, interesting. So he's really more of a defender. But hey, man, that's cool that he like I said, Dan Campbell, he can bring both. I'm sure he loves that. The Jets.
Yep, we got the Jets and then San Francisco to round it out.
Do the Jets add a receiver maybe? We know that they already brought in
Corley.
Which
that was a good pick.
That was. I think that was sneaky good. I like Corley a lot.
Yep.
He's just outside of my top 10, but I really like him. Does Green Bay have a 5th bigs?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what all picks because they traded a little bit.
Braylon Allen off the board.
Huh.
Just made it inside the 4th round.
Yeah, Green Bay looks like they have 2 compensatory picks.
Makes sense, though.
They have the 33rd pick and the 34th pick back to back in the 5th.
Okay, well, that's good. Like maybe they get Malik Washington or something like that. But Braylon Allen, this makes a lot of sense for the Jets. They don't have anyone behind Brees, really. That's
nope. Yeah, we saw it last year. Dalvin Cook was
less than effective.
Yeah.
Now Michael Carter's gone.
Yeah. Oh, look.
Jets.
Comparison with AJ Dillon.
Well, that's exactly how I compared them too.
Yeah.
And if you love fantasy football, it's not good.
I liked Allen when he was a freshman. He was real. I'm like, man, he could develop, and then he just kind of petered out.
Right. There's A.J. Dillon, Biggs.
Yeah.
That's probably his best run
I was
of the
going to
season.
say, this is his career highlight right here, buddy.
2 yards in a cloud of dust. Ty hates him so bad.
I thought Dillon, whenever they drafted him, I was excited, but I was wrong.
The only thing Braylon Allen now is a good handcuff to Brees.
Yep.
A lot of people were high on him. I wasn't. That's kind of, but now what you're seeing is a lot of complimentary backs, right?
Yeah.
I had in my top 5, they were all 3-down guys, possibly. That could be 3-down guys. I had Jonathan Brooks. I had Blake Corum, Marshawn Lloyd, Ray Davis, Trey Benson.
Yep.
Them guys could be 3-down guys. Braylon Allen's more of a compliment.
Yeah. Seeing Fran, I'm surprised that they took a running back. I mean, I could see it. Elijah Mitchell's always hurt. CMC's a year older.
Yeah, and I guess you think, in these later rounds, you can never have enough running back depth. The one I'm really happy about is Ray Davis to Buffalo. Like, I think he has a chance to do something.
And it's a good fit.
It is. Jeez. Yeah, that's a great pick. Jacob Coing. Great pick for the 49ers. That kid's a good player. I'm happy to see he got 4th-round capital. He's someone I'm on. Now my top 10's all gone. My top 10 available have all been drafted.
4.38 40. Speed guy.
So in the first 4 rounds, that was able to happen. Happy San Fran.
They're loaded up at receiver. I think. What do you think? He's going to have to contribute on special teams to make the team with their receiving core that they have.
I would think mostly, unless they were to get rid of like a Ray McLeod, a Jennings,
Ronnie Bell.
Yeah,
Ray McLeod. He's their returner. I could see that.
So my whole top 15 is gone except for Malik Washington right now.
I think that Malik Washington's still going to help somebody out.
We're back to Cave Stover.
I see, yeah.
I wonder why.
Somebody's a little bit wound up or what? On to the 5th round.
Yep, this is the one here that should go real fast.
Pick is already in.
And again, guys, we're getting closer to coming to an end, but I've been happy to do this for you guys. We love being here.
Yeah, it's fun. Get on here and talk some football.
I know Dynasty Dog Mike I had him laughing because I said, I'm like running on 5 hours sleep the last 2 nights because doing all this. So he's like, you're burning the midnight oil. A-Train says, like it a lot for sweet baby Ray. Me too, man. Me too, brother. Like I said, I'm happy he got the capital. 4th round, I'm happy for Ray Davis.
Yep.
Sucky Irving went to Tampa Bay. Jalen Wright. I never minded Jalen Wright, but he does fit in that offense.
He does. I was surprised by it, but I think it is a good fit, to be honest.
Well, we do know Mostert does get hurt a lot, right?
Yeah.
That might be in the back of their mind.
And so did Achane last year. He played. I think he only played maybe 8 or 10 games.
So you needed someone to be that guy if you need it for a week or 2. Oh, Denver actually has another pick. 2 of them. Muscle's probably like, oh.
Yeah.
And if you're still tuning in, how do you feel about Coing to the 49ers, another player we liked? He was able to get 4th-round capital. And that's why I said to Mike, if you're still listening, remember when I told you that Jacob Coing's probably going to be better than Troy Franklin? They were picked in the same round. They were picked in the same round.
Is that going to be another bet?
Could be.
Let's see. Best available. We still got Brendan Rice at the top. Now that's according to ESPN. Got a corner, an edge rusher. Spencer Rattler's there. Malik Washington's still there. Johnny Wilson's still there. I don't know how I feel about him.
He's got like the God-given size.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mike says, I do believe you did in the Discord. I think I remember that. We were having fun joking around about Troy Franklin. Andy says, I like it kind of crowded right now. Oh, definitely, man.
Yeah.
Definitely crowded. There's got to be something coming, I would think, from the 49ers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just happy he got the capital. I mean, it sucks that it's obvious that they got a bunch of good players there. But San Fran, if Kyle Shanahan, and I've said this, guys.
If he likes you.
Yes. Yeah. Like my antenna, Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur, like when they're picking these guys late, my antenna goes up. So like maybe he has something in store for Jacob Cohen.
Absolutely.
So you get him in your fourth round of your dynasty draft. So I wouldn't mind that at all. Because I like the tape to begin with.
Yep. Smack into the mic.
What's these chairs, Biggs? When the studio is finally done, that's why I said when it's finally done, we'll have a lot more comfortability in there.
Notable fifth rounder is George Kittle.
Hey, like TV. I got that TV for $25.
Oh yeah,
yeah, from the Bells. If anyone knows the Bell, I mean, if anyone's watching a fan of the show, they're one of a kind.
Puka last year. That's a hell of a fifth round pick there.
Yeah, it was. It was a good one. It just goes to show you there's still good players now.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Ladd McConkey to the Chargers. I still love that.
Yep. Perfect fit.
It is. And they've gone away from like drafting the skyscraper guys. I mean, me and Andy talked about this, right? The NFL's changed. Like when we were younger, them guys were the prevalent type guys.
Yep.
Now,
you'd have never really seen a Tank Dell thrive.
No.
You'd be worried about, somebody coming over the middle and ripping his head off. Well, do that now.
And says that he kind of likes the Will Shipley spot. He's one injury away and a change of pace for Barkley.
I don't mind it.
No, that's the kind of player the Eagles have always liked.
Yeah. Is that Jay Cutler?
It can't be.
I don't think it is. Kind of looks like him.
It does kind of look like him. Well, here's the Chargers, Biggs. Where do you think they go?
I don't know. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they take another lineman. There's a good center still on the board from Georgia. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he's not too bad from Georgia.
I like to see Malik Washington land here.
That'd be all right, yeah. They still need another receiver, really. I mean, if Palmer and Johnston.
You see that stat, 96.6 rush yards in 2020. Yeah. That's going to change.
I was going to say they'll probably lead the league.
There's a lot of big changes with the Chargers.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to throw the ball. I bet you they're going to run the ball a lot more than they throw this year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Kind of worries me in a way about somebody that has some Herbert stock. I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's ever really going to be a top 5 quarterback finisher. He's not really running the ball that much, and if they're going to start running backs, and he's not a threat with his legs near as much.
Right. I think the key is though, like if I own Justin Herbert though, right? Like I'm kind of happy about it in a way because like the injuries might go down.
Yep.
And two, like
be more consistent.
Yeah. Like you might not finish like in the top 5, but can you give me 7 to 8 and just be there always?
Yeah.
That would very be good. Oh, corner. Yep. Jim Harbaugh's building defense.
Yeah. Well, they got embarrassed a few times last year, so.
Oh yeah, they couldn't stop a nosebleed.
Yeah.
And I'm sure when they hired him, like this is a process with the Chargers.
Oh yeah.
Like, it ain't gonna happen tomorrow. Arizona coming up. And I said it, Michael Wilson's another one that survived up to this point.
Yeah.
And I think Michael Wilson's a great buy low right now and a great throw in trade.
Yeah. Perfect throw in, absolutely. I mean, you're going to have Well, really, there's nobody else other than you have Marvin Harrison, Trey McBride. Hollywood's gone. Rondell Moore's gone. Talking about Spencer Rattler, QB1.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like I said, that show ain't saving him now.
No.
I mean, could we see him maybe? I'm just trying to look at some of the teams. Maybe Denver. I mean, they did take Bo Nix, but just maybe they double tap. Tennessee. Will Levis might be a little shaky. Maybe they worry about.
I mean, maybe even Arizona, really. Who?
Yeah.
You know, they have Kyler, who has injury history, and only Clayton Tunes is probably the only other quarterback right now,
I'm pretty sure. We've seen him a little bit last year.
and it wasn't good.
It wasn't good.
So maybe, I don't know. I really don't know.
So how do you think about Roma Dunze with the Bears? I mean, I like it, but we might see a little bit of like a JSN type situation. I don't think it'll be that bad, but
yeah, I don't know. I think they're going to be. I think that offense could potentially be electric. Thing is, I mean, you have Cole Kmet started really coming into his own, so you're going to have a really, really tough situation, I think, just for targets because you have a good tight end. You have Keenan Allen coming in. Keenan Allen, I bet you, is going to be a target monster for a little bit, safety blanket.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously DJ Moore had went wild last year. It's tough. I think it's a really good spot for him. I don't think he's going to be. I think you're going to be disappointed whenever you draft him, with the 6th overall pick, and he really doesn't do anything for the first year.
Right.
But I'm not saying he's not going to do anything, but I think you're going to have a hard time, locking him into a lineup.
Yep, I'm with you, Biggs. Trying to answer a question here in the Discord. Did you see that trade, Biggs, in the Discord?
I did not.
Seawill in there is trading away Tank Dell in the 105, and he's getting Brandon Ayuk in the 107. I think I would go the Ayuk side because you still could get Rome, you know. And I think that, I mean, I like Tank Dell, but now with Nico and Diggs there.
Yeah. I
kind of don't like that.
Yeah. I was pretty high on Tank Dell, to be honest, but then this whole.
I know. I like Tank. It's not, that's it. It's not that I don't like him. It's just now it's like, man. And there's Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, I'd probably lean Ayuk side if they can keep him happy, which I don't. I really do like Tank Dell. It's just, that's a weird situation with Diggs, to be honest. They bought out his contract, told him that he's only going to be there for 1 year. I don't really know. We'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, it's the diva deal. That's what I call it. If you make a distraction, you cause fits.
Yeah,
you're gone. Ian says Spencer's from Arizona. That makes sense, Biggs. I like it.
Could be. I think that'd be a good spot for him. He wouldn't have any pressure of any kind.
My Dynasty Dog Mike says we should let social media pick the parameters of our bet in a poll. Okay, you go ahead. You go ahead, Mike. You can put it on there, and that's the Jalen Polk Javon Baker bet. I'm with you on that. You could share that on there. I was responding to Seawill. That's what took me a minute there. I got to get back to my good friends.
I always listen to a baseball podcast. Baseball is Dead, and they always do these jersey bets. they'll be like, oh, I think they'll fall in love with this player or that player, and so they'll bet a jersey of the player.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I like
they'll
it.
always be like, well, so if this guy finishes above you, then you owe me his jersey.
I like that. I'd like to get a job, but I don't know. I mean, New England's just harassed me for when I was, a teenager so much.
I'd like to see you wearing around a New England jersey.
I don't think I could. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I love Jalen Polk. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if I could ever don a New England jersey ever. It'd be tough. Like, I don't even know if I can even touch it. It'd be that hard. But I do like what they're doing. I mean,
linebacker
Jordan McGee. That's one of the most common names you'd ever want to see. Good old Jordan McGee. Jaw the lax up again. Hey, look, there it is, Dan Campbell. I want a jersey like that.
There you go.
If I win, Mike, I want a Dan Campbell jersey. The black with the blue.
That could be a good bet.
I'll take that happily. I love Dan, man. Like I said, I wish he was a Steelers coach. Mike says he don't know if he could do a patch jersey either. That is one of them jerseys that you're just like, man, I don't think I could ever wear that. Even you, Big, being a Green Bay fan. New England's one of them teams.
Yeah. I'm not. I lived up there. Lived in New Hampshire for a year and dealt with the.
Sterling says he'd buy me a Tom Brady jersey. Okay, the Buccaneers version's fine. I'll wear the give me the orange creamsicle. Yeah, I'd love that. I love Tom Brady with the Tampa. I just hated him with the Patriots. Like when he went to Tampa, I actually liked him for a while. He's cool.
Yeah, a little bit of change of pace.
It wasn't hard to root for him either because he's old at that point.
Yeah. And there's Brock Purdy. Well, he was Mr. Irrelevant, so you can find people down here.
Mike says at least Bill and Tom are gone. Definitely. Did you guys hear? And Mike, I don't know if you heard this, Biggs. Did you hear the Randy Moss trade story he told at the draft?
No.
On the first round?
No.
Bill Belichick said, okay, he's like, we're getting ready to trade for Randy Moss. It was after night one. And he said, I called up Al Davis and said about trading for Randy Moss. And he said, yeah, fine. We'll take your 4th round pick for him. He said, okay, no problem. And he goes, but first, we got to get him a physical and we got to be able to renegotiate his contract. And Al Davis said, that's your problem. And he's like, okay. So he's like, I called Randy Moss. He said, Randy, it's Coach Belichick. He's like, click. I think the phone hung up. He goes, okay, let me try it again. He says, I dial it again. He goes, Randy, this is Coach Belichick from the New England Patriots. We just traded for you. He goes, stop calling me. Hung up the phone again. He's like, I called him a 3rd time. Randy, please don't hang up. This is Coach Belichick from the Patriots. We just traded for you. He goes, are you being serious? He said, yeah. He said, okay. He's like, what do you want from me then? What do I need to do? He's like, we need to get you to come up here and get a physical, and we need to renegotiate your contract. And he said, it all had to happen in a day. He's like, Randy said, I'll be there. So he got in the airplane and flew up, and he said he did that all that day so they could trade that 4th round pick for Randy Moss.
Jeez. No, I never heard that.
Not me either. It was funny the way he told the story.
Stop calling me.
It's funny. We know Randy Moss used to be temperamental.
Oh, yeah.
Until he got to New England. Then he kind of just changed.
Yeah.
Sterling says, that's why I said old jersey, you dingleberry. Well, technically, Sterling, the Tampa Bay jersey's old, too. He's retired.
Yep, retired.
You got to specify better. Let's see what the Chargers do here. I'd love to see them add more offensive firepower.
Yeah, they could definitely. I mean, there's receivers there.
Yep. I mean, I get it. The Jim Harbaugh way, the toughness, the defense, the line, but they need to add.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Braylon Allen. All he is a handcuff at this point.
Yeah.
Sterling says, you trying to get me up there to kick your ass?
Oh, my God.
You better eat your Wheaties today, Sterling. Oh, look, another corner.
Jeez.
All I need you to do, Sterling, I'm going to kick your ass if you don't give me a winning lineup in NASCAR.
Get Sterling a Kevin Kolb jersey.
Yeah. Kevin Kolb. Remember that? I always called him Kolb, but it was Kolb. I'm like, why is it called, but it has an L in it? I remember thinking that. That was horrific. I remember him not. You say that. Facebook told me I can't post that. Sterling says. Well, I don't know, Biggs. Another corner. I mean, Jim Harbaugh is trying to throw some stuff out here and see if it sticks.
Yeah.
Joe Alt, I mean, we kind of figured they were going to go with him.
I think I like Joe Alt.
Yeah. Well, now their tackles are set with him and Slater.
Yeah.
They don't got to worry about it. Buffalo, do they bring in Malik Washington and add to a crowded slot receiver combination? Yeah. Johnny Wilson, maybe. I don't know.
Johnny Wilson, yeah, could be. Somebody's gonna. I mean, there's receivers there. I was kind of surprised they took Keon Coleman when they did.
Oh, me too. That's a big gamble. I do like the Ray Davis pick. Outside of the Ray Davis pick, I haven't liked their draft.
I think Keon Coleman. I mean, he can go up and get a football. Kind of reminds me of Kelvin Benjamin.
Yeah, so, exactly. That's a great comp.
One good year, and then the rest of it was
not so special.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that, Biggs. That was a good comp. Minute 23, boy, the clock's really wound down now. Cleveland actually has a pick. Wow. They mortgaged it all away with Deshaun Watson.
I bet they regret that.
Oh, God. That was Andy keeps saying it's going to be on 30 for 30 with Bobby Bonilla.
Well, Bobby Bonilla was good. He just signed a
big-time contract.
Yeah, signed a, what the hell do you want to call that? Like a deferred contract. Yeah. There's Bobby Bonilla Day, though.
Isn't it like in July or something?
Yeah.
I thought
he gets like $1.2 million every year.
From the Mets?
Yeah.
Did you ever see Frank from Barstool Sports?
Oh, yeah.
I love that guy. Like, he's hilarious because, like, he gets mad. But yet he's still really knowledgeable. He knows a lot about it.
Yeah, he's something. He's a Miami fan. Miami Dolphins and, the Mets.
That is something. So out of the tight ends, Biggs, that's a good question for you, all right?
What's that?
We know what Sinot went to Washington.
Yeah.
Seen Jatavian Sanders go to Carolina. Who do you like as your tight end, too, behind Brock Bowers right now?
I'll tell you what, I like Sanders going to Carolina. Yeah. I really do. I think he'll be able to get on the field right now.
More of a pass-catching type guy. Yeah. I kind of profiled him similarly like O.J. Howard.
Yeah, yep. Center.
There you go. Yeah, they needed one. Mitch Morse moved on.
Yep. He's not too bad, really.
Yep, they needed that. I mean, I'll give them that. But boy, the wide receiver room, though, the fact that they're counting on Keon Coleman,
Khalil Shakur, and I don't even
Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, yep, Curtis Samuel.
Boy, that room really went downhill.
Yes, sir.
They did. Like I said, though, I think this is good. I think they might be trying to transition into the running game. I do think that's good with Ray Davis and James Cook.
I don't mind this pick either. This guy's he's pretty good.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Athletic guy, you can tell. Indianapolis, A.D. Mitchell, that was a horrible pick. I mean, honestly, there's going to be so many people that fall into that trap.
It didn't make sense to me. Pittman's good, really good. And I like Josh Downs if he'd stay healthy. Yeah,
I agree with that. I do like Downs. He fills that like slot role, but I'm like you, A.D. Mitchell's the new Alec Pierce.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. I'm like Andy. I do think he's a little better than Alec Pierce, but like he's not going to be like nothing special.
You're not going to punt too much.
Oh, Caleb, he's getting cocky.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Caleb's a, once in generational type talent, but talent is one thing.
Yeah, you got to have a good head on your shoulders too,
Yeah.
man. I mean, you can't. I mean, like it's okay to, like you said, be cocky to a degree, but you can't get inflated.
Yeah.
Mike says the retro patch jerseys are pretty nice.
They are actually.
Yeah, they are. I like a lot of the retro.
Yeah.
Like, I like Miami
Mm-hmm.
retro, Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dallas. Yeah, they didn't have a 4th round pick, did they?
No.
So I'm going to say right now, guys, this is good news. I mean, if you have Rico Dwaddle, that's a good thing. And honestly, I'm like Biggs right now. Like if Zeke's available on your waiver wire, I pick him up.
Yeah.
If you can.
Yep.
Because I do think he gets signed there. See what kind of mistake Atlanta will make. They'll probably take a kicker. Picks in for the Colts. See who they go with. Michael Pittman Jr., beast.
Yeah.
And I'll say this. I think you can back me up on this, Biggs. If I could trade Worthy, if I could trade A.D. Mitchell for Michael Pittman, I'd make that move.
Oh, yeah. Pittman is way underrated.
Yeah. He is. He just never gets no respect.
I forgot they signed Joe Flacco.
Hey, man, they figure if Richardson gets hurt, they got an ace in the hole.
Yeah. Not bad, really.
It's crazy to think, man, we're going into round 5 here. Obviously, like I said, this is going to be our last fantasy relevant round for us. Let's hope that they do something here.
Yeah.
Some of these teams, some of these guys we like get picked.
Yep.
But it's crazy we covered this much. I mean,
yeah.
You sit here for this long, it don't seem like it, but boy, it's like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even right now, going into round 5, it's been 2 hours for round. I mean, it's like unbelievable. Anthony Gold, we've seen some stuff on him. I'm not in love with him. That's another type culture.
Yeah.
They whiff at receiver.
Yeah, I don't want to. They just keep taking receivers, and I don't think that. I don't know.
Sterling says PPR monster. Who? Anthony Gold?
He doesn't have any idea what he's talking about.
Anthony Gold?
I hope he's talking about Pittman.
Yeah, I think he is. I'm just giving him a hard time. He's talking about Pittman, definitely. He is a PPR monster, Sterling. You're right. I mean, just he catches 10 balls a game.
Yeah.
I mean, every game. He said that's about Pittman. Laugh out loud. I knew. I was just giving you a hard time. I mean, hell, Anthony Gold, we didn't even have him in the tape review.
No, nope, I'm not too familiar with him.
Might be more of a special teams type player.
They were showing some punt return highlights, so.
Mm-hmm. Buffalo's coming up again. Denver could add some receivers too.
Yep.
They still need to help Bo Nix out. Sterling says, I don't even know who Anthony Gold is.
Me neither, buddy. I think there's no way Spencer Rattler doesn't get taken in the 5th.
I would think it'd have to be somewhere in here. And I'm like you, Biggs. I think Arizona, if they do have a pick again, makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Maybe Atlanta takes him and adds to their room. They've done such a tremendous job. I think they've had the worst draft.
Yeah, they dropped the ball in my opinion, but what do I know? I'm not a GM.
Well, I mean, compared to some of these people, you should be. That's why I said, Carolina needs to give us the front office keys. I think they'd be in a lot better shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, Denver's got a couple coming up. I know Muscles, he's probably running to the bathroom right now. Oh, New Orleans has back-to-back. You see that? The 5th here. Or no, they don't. No, they don't. Never mind. I was looking at something different. Well, what do you think, Biggs? Do we see any more running backs? Well, we got Estime out there still.
Estime's still out there. Frank Gore's still out there. Dylan Lawby's still out there. Some of those guys might be coming up. You might see. I wonder if Frank Gore gets picked. I'd like him to.
Wiz, I told him about Tez Walker going to the Ravens. He goes, "Wow, I just woke up. What round?"
Yeah, Estime's still there. Isaiah Davis, he's not too bad from South Dakota.
Yeah.
Vidal, he's still there.
Wasted 4th round pick, Wiz says. Jace McClellan's another one that I kind of think's okay. I mean, he's more of like, I don't know, like I said this on the show, like I don't think he's a great fantasy guy, but I think he's a better NFL guy.
Yeah.
Look at Atlanta. Look, I mean, the pick's been in for how long and they drag it out. Isn't that something? They want to show people on the fan cam. They want to take them around.
It's all a production.
It is all production, man. Sucks the Steelers don't have a pick, but we're doing this again.
Oh, I forgot Desmond Ridder went to
Atlanta. Oh, yeah, you're right. He did. I'd laugh at Spencer Rattler. Like, what a draft. Another Notre Dame defender. A lot of them guys going here late corners.
Oh, yeah. Yep. 266 career tackles. Huh? Means he played a lot of football.
Is Joe Alt your favorite lineman in this draft, Biggs?
I'm pretty partial to Ole Fashanu.
From Penn State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're both really good. I really like that landing spot for Fashanu, actually.
Yeah, it worked out well, didn't it?
But I'd say, I mean, Joe Alt, he's no slouch. I'll tell you what, Joe Alt kind of reminds me of Joe Staley. And that makes sense, being that Harbaugh took him. Harbaugh drafted Joe Staley back in the day for San Francisco.
Yeah. It's amazing how Harbaugh, like, you know, and then he stole all the Baltimore players.
Yeah.
His brother.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to trade Chicago. They had a running back to a crowded backfield.
Well, that's possible.
Oh, we got a commercial. Yeah.
I certainly don't think they're taking a receiver.
No, I don't either. Let's say, everyone, don't fear. Bucky Irving's not going to hurt Rachaad White.
No.
Tell you what, though, man, been really happy with the streams. 123 today.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, we definitely do. Keep bringing you guys good content, too, in the off season. I mean, once this ends, you know how it is with football, Biggs. I mean,
yeah, it never ends.
Yeah, I know. But, I mean, once this ends, though, we got, May, June, July, August. I mean, and finally August stuff's going to come back. It's like unreal. Sterling, he don't even know who Anthony Gold is.
I can't believe he doesn't.
See who Chicago takes here, and then we get into Denver. Like I said, man, it should be speeding up here. These guys probably already have their picks all in.
Yeah.
Austin Booker.
Edge rusher.
Add more to that defense. Chicago's got a good defense,
yeah.
Man. I don't know why they traded Roquan, though.
I don't know. That's
must just not want to be there.
Yeah, I don't know. Imagine if they did have him, though.
Oh, it'd be great. They'd be loaded.
Yeah. Yep. They have really good corner. Jalen Johnson made the trade for Montez Sweat. That seemed to work out, actually.
Yeah, it did. Like Andy said, it's weird. It just didn't make sense.
No.
But now they're in good position with what they've done. The big mistake was trading for Claypool.
Yeah.
That was one of the worst trades I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think he's in the Canadian Football League now.
Yeah, Mapletron playing Canadian football. That guy was so overrated.
Yeah, one good year.
Yep. It's amazing though, like how even Ben Diminish made him look good. You have a good quarterback, they can do that, man. Like Aaron Rodgers. I mean, look at some of the guys he made look good.
Yeah.
Moss. Denver made the worst pick of the draft in Troy Franklin. He should still be available, in my opinion. I can understand why they did it, but that was terrible. Sterling says Biggs and I plan on doing some best ball talk in the next week or two. Yeah, Sterling. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with for that.
Yeah.
That'll be good for the channel too. And they'll give everyone a chance to hear you guys in the off season.
Yep. Keep the double coverage rolling.
Yep. Oh yeah, you guys killed it last year. It's amazing though how fast the season goes.
It did, man. It really did. We started, and then it was like, holy shit, we're in week 16.
We blew right through it, man. I'm like,
Yep.
wow. Time in general, but boy, that just fast. Max Crosby.
Pretty good comp if that's the case.
Yeah. If I was the Bears, I'm hoping. That guy's a beast.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you think Green Bay can win the division this year, Biggs?
I think they can. We'll see. Detroit's obviously a tough team. Chicago's gotten better, but I don't know. I think this Green Bay offense is going to be pretty potent. Love another year as a starter. He really came into his own. And then Josh Jacobs coming in. I think they have a legit shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, man. Like I said, I hope it works out good. Denver went corner. You know what kind of Jordan Love fan I am. I get flack from it all the time. It's like, hey, man, whenever someone comes through for me like that, man, you can't forget about them.
Yeah, I definitely like him. I'll tell you what, as many Dynasty leagues as I'm in, I don't have any shares of them. I've tried to make some trades, but it's not
that easy.
No. Even last year, like before the season, I tried to send out a bunch of trades, but
people ain't coming off of them.
Nope.
They're getting greedy.
And sometimes that's,
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I can see why, but it's amazing last year how you could get them so cheaply.
Yeah.
Who do you think has the better year, Will Levis or Bryce Young?
Who?
You had to pick one right now.
I think Will Levis is in a better spot. He's brought in Ridley, which not that Ridley's a great receiver, but that's tough. That is tough. Kind of want to lean Bryce Young, bringing in Canals. He's quarterback guru.
And the coaching changes, I think, are good for both players. Though.
Yeah.
Going to another commercial. What is going on here? Tennessee ain't even on the clock. We know they took Drain from Missouri.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. I that's tough. I'm not the biggest Bryce Young fan. I wasn't the biggest Bryce Young fan. I like Will Levis. So
yeah, I do too. I'm kind of impartial, but I do think Callahan will help him though.
Yeah,
I think that is a good hire for Tennessee. The pick is in. They'll probably show it on this now. And Musk gets another Denver selection. Got Green Bay not too far out. Buffalo, they have another pick. Sterling says Levis.
Yeah, I think it's really close, to be honest. I think that's a good question. I don't know.
Who'd you rather buy low on? That's like because they're both like back end first. You could get right now for them.
Probably Levis, but
yeah, I'm like you. I don't know because I just see more ceiling with Levis.
yeah,
Like if I had to gamble, I think I'd gamble on ceiling.
yeah.
And we'll see if Vegas don't take a running back here. I mean, especially
Yeah.
congratulations, Zamir White owners.
Yeah.
I mean, he has really survived this.
Yep.
I thought for sure they'd be getting a running back.
Yeah, they absolutely should be. I like Zamir White, but I don't see, and you know that they want to run the ball.
Oh yeah.
So I don't see Zamir White getting 350 carries.
No, me either. There, Titans went corner as well. Boy, there's been a lot of corners today. A lot of corners.
Yep.
Maybe Denver goes corner again. Wouldn't be surprised. We'll see how we go on here. We'll get around 3 o'clock. We'll see if some more fantasy players are gone. And if the 5th round's close to being over by that point, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
These damn commercials make it tough.
I know. We're not getting any.
There, we're back. Does Denver really need 2-3 minutes?
Everybody right now probably has an idea. They can look at their board. Just at this point, you're probably taking best available player.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And like that one guy said, though, and he's right, a lot of people kind of have ideas who they have out, like their dart throw guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they said, you drive around the country all year long trying to find these type guys. Ah. They cut from the live. They cut from the live feed, Biggs. Like I said, we'll soldier on to 3 o'clock. We'll see what goes on. Then we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, there's still players that are going to be
fantasy relevant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Still waiting on people like Audric Estime.
Yep.
Some of them other running backs you mentioned. Malik Washington's still there.
Yep.
He's my only receiver in my top 15 that hasn't gone yet. Frank Gore Jr.
They must not. They're just going to talk about first round picks. They're moving on from these 5th round scrubs.
But I'll tell you though, man, like you said, there's a lot of good value down here.
Oh yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, this is where you build your team, man.
Mm-hmm. You can have some good hits here. How about Denver releasing Russell Wilson? That cap hit's still baffling.
Oh yeah. What's he getting paid in Pittsburgh? Not very much.
Like $1 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still think Cincinnati's going to take a running back. I would be surprised if they don't.
Yeah, I mean, Vegas definitely could take a running back. Cincinnati could take a running back.
How do you feel about like Chase Brown and Zach Moss if they survive?
I'll tell you what, I kind of like Chase Brown.
Yeah.
I thought he was an interesting guy to stash. You know what I mean? He's not somebody that I went out and targeted, but if I could stash him.
Right.
And Zach Moss is kind of a hammer. I don't mind. I think they'd have an okay 1-2 punch. I think the biggest problem there is they have to keep Burrow on his feet.
Yeah,
which they took a tackle in the first round.
They definitely took what they needed.
Yeah. I really think Vegas should take a running back.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, if they don't this round, man, like I said, Zamir, wow. Talk about surviving. You at least got a good year out of him. Just imagine he has a good year. You could sell him high. There's Audric Estime. To Denver.
Well.
Oh, rest in peace, Javonte Williams.
Sorry, Moss.
I can't wait to hear what Ty has to say about Estime with Javonte Williams. I can hear Estime's taking that job. Is what I'll say.
We're calling it now.
Uh-huh. Still no Spencer Rattler.
Nope.
No Rattlesnake.
Nope.
You know what's crazy though? You know, as high as all we've seen all them quarterbacks get taken, you think that somewhere in here,
yeah,
you'd see another one. We haven't seen one since the first round.
That's got to be rare.
That is. There's Will, is that Will Shipley? Yep. Estime, that's hilarious. You're gonna take Javonte's job. So who's still? We got Frank Gore obviously for the running backs. Let's see. I'm like you. I'm really anxious to see what Schrader would do.
Yeah, I like him. I like Schrader. I just don't know.
Lobby.
Yep.
The 40 really hurt Estime.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's Ray. Oh, yeah. Buffalo stole him. He's a 1,000-yard rusher everywhere he went.
Yeah, he can catch the ball a little bit, too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Tommy Eichenberg.
Linebacker, you know him, Biggs?
Yeah, Ohio State.
Big Ten.
Played there for a long time. He was their signal caller, senior, true senior. Played a lot, and I mean a lot of football. That's not a bad pick.
I wonder if Cincy dips their toes into the running back pool. Like I said, man, this has been great. I can't believe it's going to be our wrap up here. You know, this last round. Like I said, it's wild.
Yeah.
I'm glad, like I said, you're here to finish it out with us. And I mean, I can't wait see what the offseason holds here for the whole network. You know, we got a lot of good stuff coming.
Oh, yeah. Keep her flowing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Tommy Eichenberg. I not to go back too much, but I like that pick. He's a football player, high IQ guy.
Yeah,
I like that pick.
How do you feel about the Saints? I mean, they haven't brought in a receiver.
No, I don't. They still could.
Yeah, maybe like Malik Washington then. But how do you feel about A.T. Perry? I know a lot of people were saying. I just thought for sure.
I don't see it.
Me either. I wouldn't give up anything too significant for him.
No, I don't really see it. I mean, they still have Rashid Shaheed. She's kind of a. I think he had the best year he's ever going to have last year. I think he's just a speed guy.
There's Estime.
I liked watching him play. I watched a decent amount of Notre Dame.
I like Estime more than Allen.
Yeah. I was pretty surprised. I mean, I didn't expect him to come out and run a 4.4 or anything, but
no.
Running 4.7.
Cement in the shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Well, like I was surprised his agent let him run it.
Yeah.
You know? Because we've seen Allen not run it.
Yep. Cincinnati. Pick is in.
Let's see what Wiz has to say here. Tez isn't good. He was a James Porsche bench roll. Yep, Cincinnati's going to make their pick, and then we got the Saints, and we got the Colts and the Eagles again. The Eagles have got a lot of late round picks, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Right, compensatory picks, maybe.
Yeah. Really happy what the Steelers did with the offensive line now.
Yeah, three linemen should really help out.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we're getting down to the bottom of the barrel now.
Oh, yeah.
A couple more players go, and we got everything right where we want it. Got to get a Home Depot or a Lowe's commercial in.
Oh yeah, they pay for airtime during the 5th round.
Yeah, Rattler will be interesting, man, just because, like, I mean, he's pretty much a clear-cut quarterback, like,
Yeah,
after all the ones that went.
yeah. We got. I mean, realistically, let's look. You have Rattler; he'll get drafted.
Yeah.
You have Michael Pratt from Tulane. Not real familiar with him, to be honest. Caden Slovis. Now that's a weird one. He started at USC.
Yeah.
Looked good like his freshman year. Transferred to Pitt. Looked terrible.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know he went to BYU.
Yeah,
But,
that's where he went next.
so that tells you all you need to know there. Jordan Travis. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Honestly, he looked pretty. He was like a Heisman contender until he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's interesting. Devin Leary. You can throw. He didn't look too bad to me. Like at the combine, he was out there spinning
I was
it.
going to say, he looked good at the combine.
Joe Milton,
the biggest arm.
Yeah, can throw at 80 yards, but he can't hit the barn.
Sam Hartman's terrible.
Yeah.
Did you see that Senior Bowl with them?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Since he went with cornerback, so the Saints are on the clock. I'd like to see a receiver for the Saints.
Yeah.
Even for, like, if you have Derek Carr shares, it's like they got to bring someone in.
Yeah.
A.T. Perry and Rashid Shaheed ain't good enough at number 2.
They could be in potential for a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, bringing some competition maybe for Carr a little bit.
I guess they did draft that dude last year.
Well, they had Ian Book for a long time.
Yeah, they drafted somebody last year, actually. I can't think of what his name is.
The pick's in. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. You're right. They did take someone, didn't they?
Yeah, Jake Harner.
Yeah, oh yeah, Hayner.
Yeah, Hayner.
Yep, I remember now.
He went viral because they took the rookie debut picks, and he I remember seeing his picture all over a bunch of memes.
He was a meme.
Yeah.
When you think you're better than you are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. He's even starting to clear out in Detroit now.
Oh yeah.
Say we're getting down to the bottom of the barrel. I doubt anyone else is streaming like we are. We're still burning it, man. We're still burning it. Oh, we're actually going to hear a pick.
How about it?
The Saints. Whoop, there it is. There it is, Big. Good call.
There it is.
A rattlesnake off the board. See, that's why I'm glad we stuck around to the 5th round, because we're starting to see some of these last guys go.
It's not bad. He's definitely not going to have to play.
Yep. Puts a little heat on Carr, but nothing major.
Yep. And I'm not even expecting him to be. He had, obviously he had a TV show, which I don't care that much about. But
right
when he first went to Oklahoma, I thought he looked good. He had potential.
Right.
And he played pretty well last year in South Carolina.
He was a high school recruit.
Yep.
Failed at Oklahoma, then transferred to South Carolina. Played okay.
Yep. There's Leggett.
Yep. Carolina's wonderful acquisition.
He might be okay. He's I don't know. Kind of reminds me of like Dwayne Bowe or something.
Yeah.
Not like crazy fast, but
yeah, he's nothing too special. But he might be all right. With Canals there, it might be better. But the Carolina always does this. Like, this is their type of guys.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knew it was like, yeah, it's going to be Leggett.
Traded up last year for Mingo.
Yeah. That was the first quarterback taken since the first round.
Crazy.
Unreal. Indy up next. Dallas finally going to be picking this round again.
Indy's picks in, and we got the Philadelphia Eagles.
Sterling. Well, Estime, I'm glad we got to see him go.
Yep.
Rattler now.
Still a couple receivers that potentially could go that could be.
Yeah, like I said, Malik Washington's the one I want to see next.
If Tosh Washington, Malik Washington, Brendan Rice. So
that's that next tier.
Yep.
There he is at the Senior Bowl, Biggs Rattler.
Still have Vidal, running back.
Yeah, I like Vidal too. Oh, I got a Colts took a safety. That one come in quick.
Yep, right there. Jalen Car. I don't even know Carlisle.
Yep. Now here comes Sterling's boys. Let's see what they go with. Maybe another running back. Bringing Dylan Lobby now.
There you go. Good special teamser.
He's a good football guy. Wouldn't put it past Jacksonville to bring in another receiver.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
What's Cleveland even done? Oops. Didn't mean to hit the mic.
You're fine, buddy. But no, they haven't brought in. It's mainly like defense and like linemen, that type of stuff. That was all after the Deshaun Watson wonderful trade.
Yeah.
30 for 30. That's what Andy says. Quarterback one.
Yeah, I guess Cleveland did take Mike Hall. He's pretty good D tackle, second round.
They usually do good on defense.
Guard. Yep.
Yeah, the guard. Who they took the Michigan guard. I like that.
Yep.
They're coming up again.
Yeah, they have so much talent, but I don't think they're ever going to do anything with Watson in there. They're paying him so much money, and he didn't want to play last year.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever that shoulder or whatever.
Well, it's like, it's funny. Like they knew.
Yeah.
Like that he didn't want to come there. Because remember originally he said like, I don't want to come here.
Yeah, it was like, he wanted to go to Atlanta.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, yeah, here's $158 million guaranteed.
Yeah, here's unreal. Who are the Eagles taking, Sterling?
Who's it going to be, Sters? Is it going to be another running back? Maybe they draft a quarterback, put a little more pressure on Hurts.
Maybe.
Devin Leary?
Joe Milton.
Yeah, oh, God. Sam Hartman. That was a shit show, man. I wonder if they go receiver, though. Like, they
could.
They low-key could use another guy in that.
President of the Quez Watkins fan club. Quez Watkins he's gone.
Yeah, where did he end up, Stir, where's your boy at? He skipped town. He's out of Philly now.
Oh, I think he's a Steeler.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Sterling, how you like that? We stole your player from him. You're still going to have to build with him in DFS.
Come on, the pick's been in. Let's see it.
Oh, no, they're dragging her out, man.
Well, yeah, because it's only a quarter till 3. And they're scheduled to be on till 7.
Yeah.
Still can't believe the Bears took a punter in the 4th round.
And Caleb texts him, you won't be punting much. I'm like, wow. There's the best available. DJ's best available.
So you got to tackle.
Malik Washington, 94. He's still there. I can't believe that. That would be a good pick for the Eagles. If I was an Eagles fan, that's who I'd want.
Jeremiah Trotter's still there.
Hey, might take him.
Yeah. Devontae Parker, I forgot the Eagles brought him in. Big pickup. Devin White, I didn't know they brought him in. So they had a decent offseason now.
I didn't know they brought him in either. Lost Swift and Mariota. That's what Jimmy calls him, Mariota. Marcus Mariota. This is taking forever.
I know.
It's like they know who the pick is.
Yeah, they're probably 5 picks ahead by now.
Yeah, they're probably big about Cleveland. Well, like I said, we go here for another 10 minutes or so. Hopefully we see a couple more fantasy players go in the next couple picks.
Yeah.
It's happy though that we got to cover like the round 4 guys. That was huge.
Yeah, there's some players that we're taking that are absolutely going to have an impact.
Oh, finally, we're going to hear who it is. They love doing this, don't they? Oh, there we go. Wide receiver.
It's not bad, actually.
Yeah, I don't mind Anaya Smith. He's a guy that don't do anything great, but he don't do anything horrible.
No, and he didn't seem too bad with the ball in his hand after the catch.
Yeah, he'll fit that third, fourth guy for Philly pretty nice.
Yeah.
See if Jacksonville brings someone in. We still got about 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick there.
No, it doesn't. Stir, what do you think of Anaya Smith? He said he's excited for the defense. That's good, but what do you think of Anaya Smith?
He doesn't know.
Right, I don't even know who Anaya Smith is. Another commercial break, Pigs.
Tom Brady.
Says he's coming back. What if he did? Oh, my God.
Yeah. Maybe he'll come back and he owns part owner narrator. Maybe he'll.
That's what I thought. He could be like Jackie Moon, player, owner, coach. I love that movie, man. Damn it, Vakitis, learn English. I love that. Then they put the eyeliner on. Reminds me of Derek Carr.
Oh, yeah.
It's eyeliner, dummies. Makes us look good on TV. I like how people Google that. Does Eric Carr wear eyeliner?
The pick is in.
They'll probably have some announcement somewhere where we ain't going to be able to even hear who it is. This guy, how'd the Patriots do?
Good. I think they did pretty good. 2 young receivers. We got a jersey bet going on about that.
That's right.
Cornerback, Old Miss.
That's an Eagles pick. Or a Jaguars pick. They need that.
Yep. The Rams on the clock.
Yeah, I wonder what they do. Yep, Rams are kind of an enigma.
Yeah.
Like to see another receiver or two go before we close her out. I'd love that. Well, glad we got to see Rattler and we got to see Estime off the board.
Rams kind of, I don't know. What are they going to do a year or two from now whenever Stafford's gone?
Boy, I don't know, man. That's going to be wild, isn't it? And it's coming. It's coming quicker than you think.
Yeah. He's been in the league a long time.
Yeah, he has. Guy's a beast, though.
Yeah. I forgot they signed or whatever. They got Jimmy Garoppolo, but that's no.
Jimmy G. They could always go defense, too. And then Philly's got another pick coming up. Buffalo, Green Bay. Man, this whole like back end's like the same teams.
Yeah. I think from Green Bay back, it goes into the compensatories.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, so that's like all the teams that got their picks for players leaving.
Yeah.
Pick is in. Oh, it's edge.
Edge rusher.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, their defense needs help.
We might be able to get to see Carolina and Cleveland as well.
Trade.
Oh, Philly. Stir. He's loving it. He's probably flopping his wings right now. See, like if I was the Steelers, like they got a sixth, I think a sixth and a seventh or something. I'd just trade it up, move up right here.
Yeah.
Just be done.
Yep. Yeah, they could easily come up. I'm surprised Malik Washington's still there.
Oh, me too. Must have farted in a meeting or something. Like I don't understand why everyone's turning away from him. Really, for Carolina, that'd be a good pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the Rams, and then the Eagles. The Browns, I want to see what they do because they haven't had a ton of picks.
No. Nope. Still a couple. There's still some linemen out there.
Here comes the Eagles selection. Buddy, it's almost a sixth round. You don't got to get hyped up.
They should have had Sterling announce the pick.
That would be great. We could fly him out there.
Yeah. A little bit of bloodlines there.
Yep, going to Philly.
Yep. Don't mind that.
No, me either. I'm sure Sterling's happy. Well, Biggs, so we'll get to watch. Maybe we'll watch Carolina. We'll cut it off at Carolina.
That'll work.
I'm kind of anxious to see who they get.
That'll work.
We covered pretty much everything for fantasy relevance at this point.
I'll tell you what, Trotter, he played a lot of football.
Yeah, he has.
So,
yeah,
and played at Clemson. So he's playing. He's playing against Alabama, and he's playing against big school. It's not like he's.
Yeah, he's not chopped liver.
Yep.
Plus, his dad played. I mean, I'm surprised he was still here.
Yeah.
I think we see Malik Washington go in one of these next two picks.
Carolina would be a good fit.
It would be a really good fit. And that's kind of opposite of Leggett.
Yeah.
They could use a guy like that. Okay, let's get to Cleveland. Come on, Cleveland. The pick is in. This will probably be defense, knowing them.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if they took a lineman, but.
Yeah, they like that. That Zach Zinner, though, I like him.
Yeah.
That was a good pick. They took their They made some good picks. See what the Brownies bring in here. And I hate that stupid Norton thing. It always comes up on the computer. It always does. It's like, I'm not going to buy your junk.
Yeah. Let's see.
See who Carolina gets. I think that's the one I'm more excited about.
Yeah.
They've really upped the fantasy stuff. The fantasy players. You can see get Bryce Young some more help.
They've done okay, I think. I'm not
in love with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they paid way too much to trade up and get Leggett, which makes no sense. They traded up. They had the first pick of the second round.
Then Deontay Johnson
traded up to get him. Yeah, they have Deontay Johnson. They have a bunch of like number 2 or 3 receivers.
Yeah.
They have Deontay. I like Thielen, but he's getting up in age. It was a magical year last year for him, but I'd say that's about the tail end of that. They got Mingo last year.
High second round pick.
Yeah, which hasn't really panned out. Now they got Leggett.
And that was funny, like Andy said, we knew the first pick and the last.
Yeah.
Leggett. The Brownies. They're lucky, though. They had good weather there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Unlike here. Jeez, man. They won't announce it.
It's like there's only like a 5-minute clock or something on.
Oh, yeah. Carolina probably knows who they want.
Yeah.
Like you said, they're dragging it out. Here it is. We're going around the world.
Yeah. Broadcasting live from a closet.
Oh, Jamari trash. Yep. That shows you how bad that is because Cleveland don't draft good receivers.
Wow.
This is the new Cedric Tillman. This is the new Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Yep. Yep.
Here we go. The last pick we're covering from the Dynasty DNA live NFL draft coverage, man. Can't believe it. It's been what a ride. What a ride. Glad to do it, though. We've been here for a lot of this fantasy relevance. And just so everyone knows, I would not draft Jamari Thrash if you paid me. especially on the Browns.
No, what's he gonna
be the fourth receiver in a team that don't draft?
And a team that'll run the ball and play defense.
This is more of a special teams type player, I think.
Yeah. Boy, what a draft! 3 picks.
I wonder how that trade's working out.
What is it? Was this the last year that last first rounder that gave up for Watson?
Yep. I'm pretty sure. But I still think they gave up later stuff next year.
Yeah.
They paid a lot. Houston killed that trade.
Yeah.
Here it is. Pick is in. Let it be Malik. I'll be happy to end it with Malik. Look at him. 94, he's still there. That one guy, that tackle, 55. Yeah. You wonder what some of these guys got on them and where they haven't been picked.
Yeah. It's tough. You don't know if there's an injury history or, don't really know.
Right. But there they are, the worst front office in football. I already said, you give the Dynasty DNA team the keys to that office.
Yeah.
We'll have you in good shape. Bring a winner to Carolina. How about it, Biggs?
Can't do any worse, that's for sure.
No. We take a lot less money.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say that'd be.
Yeah. We can't do any worse. We're willing to take less.
Yep. Let's do it.
Plus the weather's nice there.
I'll sign up to be a scout.
We'll move the Dynasty DNA offices to Charlotte.
Yeah.
Nice weather there.
Yeah. It'll be all right.
Yeah. But I can't say that the winters here have been a lot more mild lately.
Yeah.
When you were in New Hampshire's big, was it worst up there? Or?
It was about the same, but whenever a storm came, it came. Like I was up there my first week at work up there. They came around on the Wednesday and they're like, everybody leave now. And it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. We're like, what do you mean? They're like, everybody leave now. We're shutting down the facility. They're like, we're predicting 2 feet of snow to come. And we got three pretty good blizzards in the first winter I was up there.
That's wild.
But the blizzards were bad, but the regular temperatures and everything, they were just really similar. But
yeah.
Here we got a beer chugging contest.
Yeah, for the Panthers pick. Oh, here he is.
Some production.
Corner. Another corner. Well,
yeah, plenty of them went.
We're still waiting on Malik Washington, but we'll check the updates. But I'll tell you what, guys, this has been a hell of a ride.
Yep.
Thank you, Biggs, for coming here today.
Yeah, I had fun, man.
Yeah, I had a great time too. Love talking football with you, watching a little bit of the draft together.
Have to do it again next year.
Definitely will. We'll cover all 3 rounds again. Had a blast with Jimmy and Ty last night. Thank them guys. Thank A-Train, Muss, Jake, all the great guests we had on. Hutchison Brown, Dynasty Dog Mike Shanuti, Dynasty Wiz, everyone that come on, man, has been great.
Yeah, it's going good, man. We're taking off. We're going to be bigger and better next year.
Definitely, man. We're going to keep coming. We're going to keep growing, and it's all thanks to you guys. And just so you know, I'm sure a lot of you listening do, but go over to the Dynasty DNA Podcasting Network. Yep. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Pod, Stitcher, Google, Amazon. We're in all the big ones.
Yep.
We'd love to see you over there. If you enjoy the content, if you're liking the content, if you want to check it out, give us a follow and a 5-star. It means the world to us and shows us what you think of the show as well.
Yep.
So, and also check out the Dynasty DNA DFS channel.
Yep.
Dynasty DNA DFS Sports. Sterling and Muss do NASCAR over there. Big E and Shrek do the lead runner.
Yep.
Baseball podcast. Go over there and check that out as well, because it ain't just about football season.
No, and we'll be dropping, as Sterling we talked about, we're going to be doing a little bit of best ball. We'll drop it on there for the double coverage show. So,
yep, the best ball's coming. Hey, Danny, thanks. Says great show, guys. We appreciate it, man. Thanks for tuning in. Follow us on Twitter at DynastyDNA_.
Yep.
We hope to see you guys in the comments of the Discord or on Twitter. We'll be talking to you there. But for now, this will do it. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy what's left of the NFL draft.